Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Is there anything anybody loves more than agreeing with Tausch?
Packers Hall of Famer, Mark Tauscher.
I got a hunch this isn't going to be concise either.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio.
I would say that you are pretty easygoing. You're actually probably more easygoing than I am.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Well, you're not easygoing at all.
Hey!
On 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
It is the Thursday edition. The game day edition. That doesn't happen very often. The Who is Talking Up the Packers Now edition. Orlovsky. What are the other brilliant football minds that are all in on the Packers, like a certain member of the panel edition? And the Rob Demovsky scheduled to appear, I believe, live from Detroit. Unless maybe he's flying in day of the game. I'm not sure. But we look forward to him edition of Wilde and Tausch. On 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker. Streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. And, of course, everything you need on WisconsinOnDemand.com and the Wisconsin On Demand app. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And from his undisclosed location, feeling great vibes for tonight's Packers offense against the depleted Lions defense. He is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
Doing good, buddy. Doing good. Vibes are strong. Good night of sleep. Good pickleball win this morning. It's my pickleball partner's birthday, so we got a good W over at the Pack this morning. So I just got great vibes about tonight's game. So all of those things kind of made it for a beautiful start to my Thursday morning. It's Thursday, right?
It is Thursday. What?
Why are you not on video? Why are you not on the video stream?
Why are you not on the video stream?
Yeah, two of us are.
Jesse, this is so annoying. All right, you just annoyed me.
Wait, are you telling me I'm on the wrong one?
No, I'm on the. I'm on the stream and I'm not showing up, which is I don't understand.
Two of us are in here, and
one of these things is not like the other. Well, we look forward to seeing your smiling face. What am I? Is this just me being Johnny annoying journalism guy?
Oh.
It almost feels like I don't want to. I'm not here to put words in your mouth. But it almost feels like there's this groundswell of, oh, there you are. Hi.
Yeah. Literally clicked the same link that I was on when I clicked it at 9 o'clock, but here we go.
Welcome. Never gets old.
Amen.
Are we overestimating how devastated the Detroit Lions defense is?
No,
I feel like this is. Are you sure?
So here's the deal. No, here's the deal. This is a big test for this Packers offense. If Detroit keeps this team 20 points or less, I think it's an indictment on where we're at as an offense. That's what I think.
Okay.
So by no stretch am I saying this is going to be some easy cakewalk game. I'm saying it's going to be a shootout at the OK Corral, and if our defense shows up and makes a couple of plays, I think we're going to win by somewhere between 8 and 15 points. If they don't, it's going to be a last possession type of game. That's how I view tonight. And I think it's going to be a mid-30s. If Green Bay doesn't get to 27+, I'll be on the postgame show saying, shame on us. Even with the hostility of the environment, dudes are playing. They're down to kind of preseason 3. This is their preseason 3 defensive line. I know they picked up Za'Darius. They have a stud, but guys rotate. They are so beaten up.
They are.
And we are. I know Romeo's not playing. I know Jair's not playing. But we got dogs, and we got guys that are playing at a high level. Tonight needs to be. I always talk, and one of the things I've been disappointed about with Jordan this year is not understanding what his team needs. Where you're playing the Texans and you see they can't move the ball. You see that Stroud is firing his helmet. He knows they stink because they can't protect him. And you understand, don't turn the football over. You can play a smarter, more conservative game. This wasn't where you're playing the Rams and you need to keep up. I'm not even that Rams was a bad pick. I get it. You're trying to make plays. Bad decision. But with the Texans, it's like you don't need to put the ball in harm's way. I think he's over that, at least I hope. Tonight he's going to need to make some plays.
That's what I was going to ask.
He's going to need to do that, and we'll see if he turns it over like he did against the Lions the last time. It'll be tough sledding. But I just think tonight offensively the pump needs to be primed, and I think we're positioned to do that.
Jesse, do you feel the same way about this game?
I'm nervous about this game. I'm actually not even nervous about this game. I don't think they're going to win tonight.
Wow.
I think the Detroit Lions are the best team in football. They've been number 1 in the ESPN power rankings for several weeks in a row. They're being talked up around the league, and even though they have these injuries on defense, they continue to win football games in convincing fashion. It's not like they're the Chiefs squeaking by people. They're crushing people.
Real convincing at home against the Bears. That was real convincing.
Yeah, that's a short
they had
week.
lost
And
7
against
in a
the
row.
Texans, and hold up. And against the Texans, that was real convincing on that Sunday night. Real convincing. Come on now.
Okay,
Real
and then for
convincing.
every one of those,
Come on
there's
now.
a 52-6 over Jacksonville that also exists.
That was 6 years ago in the world. That was 2 months ago in the
They
NFL.
played them more recently than they played the Texans.
And more recently than they played the Packers.
So I
not
think
sure
Detroit
that's
is the best team, and I think if it's not the usual short week, which is throwing me off, that this is a full week of preparation that both teams have had for this game.
Sure.
So thinking of it like the home team gets a better advantage because it's the short Thursday night week, that's been a different mentality to approach it with. It's a huge game, and I'm hopeful that the Packers are able to win this game and keep this division championship still in play, but I've kind of resigned.
How many points are we going to score tonight? Jesse, that really, because I'm not going to be disappointed. If Jeff Hafley has a tough night tonight and the defense doesn't play great, you're not going to sit here. They are a really good offense. Now, if they have a great night, oh, baby, we're going to start talking. I know how this business works. I'd like to – we're going to start talking about, this defense is the real deal. Oh, this is the real deal. And then it's going to be, forget about, this. It's you win tonight with a big-time defensive performance. Wow, the Jeff Hafley to all these places that you're going to see, especially it being a Thursday with a Friday standalone, give the Packers all their flowers or give them all their thorns. We'll find out tonight. But if this defense shuts down Goff and Sonic and Knuckles and Laporta and St. Brown, here we go, baby. You're gonna hear some very elevated conversations about where the Packers are.
You're right about that. They have won 10 in a row, the Lions have, since beating the Packers a month ago on November 3rd, 24-14 at Lambeau. They then beat the Texans at Houston the following week, 26-23. 52-6 over Jacksonville, 24-6 over Indianapolis, and then 23-20 over the Bears. Those are their last 5 games during their 10-game winning streak. The week before they beat the Packers was that Tennessee Titans game that they won 52-14, but actually weren't that good offensively in that game. They just got a bunch of turnovers and some special teams, etc.
I also understand the Bears kept it close. They were crushing the Bears until the middle of the third quarter.
They were. They got out to it. They were dominating the game until they weren't, as Tausch likes to say.
Okay, yeah, so we're playing halves. All right, yeah, if we're playing half footballs, yeah, you're right. But that's not how the NFL works, Jesse. And my whole point on this is I am not trying to diminish or even prop up Green Bay. I'm not. I'm analyzing and looking at it from the perspective of where are these teams at? Again, I say all the time, it's not about who you play, it's about when you play them.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
We have found, I think, the best spot to play this team. They are tattered. We are healthy-ish. We are about as healthy as you could possibly be when you talk about your O-line, your defensive line, your front sevens, which is where football is won. I know all the other cute stuff is great. Detroit has turned their program around not because of Jared Goff. They've turned their program around because Hutch, because that McNeil, and because Penei Sewell and Glass, all of the guys up front, Decker, who's not playing, another guy that's not there. The reason the Detroit Lions are the Detroit Lions now is because of their front sevens on both sides. That's why they've become a better football team. It's not because, we found all this magic. Yes, you found a quarterback that plays well within his system, and you got a running game. Tonight's game, I know we're going to do keys to the game, so I'm not going to give anything away, but are we of the convincing that if Green Bay doesn't score 27 tonight, you're going to be really disappointed with Matt LaFleur and his offense? Because I am.
So wait, rewind for a second. So you think that the Lions are as good as they are because of their defense?
No, their fronts. Their offensive line and their defensive lines have been the turning. That is what's turned this group around. It's not because Jared Goff. Jared Goff has been a nice complementary piece. They stopped drafting 72 wide receivers, and they said, you know what, let's get Penei Sewell. Maybe he'd be a good core piece to our franchise. And you know what? Been a pretty good core piece to their franchise. Their O-line has been one of the best groups the last 2 or 3 years. How long has Detroit been really good? How long?
Really last year and this year.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, I feel like I got clarification, sort of. I mean, they've got really good skill position players. I'm not saying,
but they drafted Hutch. He's been a great player. Obviously, he's out. Instead of the old days, and I like Matt Millen, instead of drafting 5 wideouts in the first round and just keep it hoping, he said, you know what, maybe we should build this football team up front. And they've done that, and they're depleted on one side of that equation. Mm-hmm. You need to pounce as the Green Bay Packers look at this. You need to have a day. And it has to be running the football, play action. You need to gut and silence that joint up at Ford Field. That's what needs to happen tonight. And if it doesn't, if they win 13-10, I will be shocked on shocked. Okay. But if they win 31-26 or 38-34, and even if we get beat tonight and it's 42-41, I can live with that. But getting beat by only scoring 16 or 17 points and turning it over, that will be bad news Bears type stuff.
But you don't see that happening, I guess is my point. You feel pretty confident about what they're going to go in and do. Is that fair to say?
Yes. I feel really confident offensively we're going to score points. How we do, and I think we've solved some of the red zone issues that this team has been plagued with in the middle part of this season. They've gotten a lot better, and you know what? They're leaning on JJ to do that, and they're going to Kraft is going to be a guy, and that's the one part where I think you're going to miss Romeo tonight. He's one of those guys, a good possession guy in the middle. But all in all, the way our team is playing, and by saying our, I'm talking the Packers, not for you, Jason, we are trending in the right way. Mm-hmm. We're lined up. We're ready to roll. Detroit is, again, offensively, the big unknown to me tonight is, are we going to be able to get in Goff's face enough to make him make some mistakes? If we can't, I do declare you're going to see an old shootout at the Ford Field. And if that's what this is, I don't think the Packers should run from that. I think the Packers should say, bring it on.
Well, you sound awfully confident. I guess I'm curious if Packers fans are similarly confident.
Why would we not be confident? What are we not confident about?
I'm not saying you can't be confident. I feel like there is a level of confidence.
Well, Jesse's not
you.
confident. So, Jesse, why are you not confident?
Jesse? Yeah, Jesse.
Because Detroit's beaten the Packers in 5 of their last 6 meetings. That the Lions seem to have an offensive system in place where they can be super effective no matter the personnel that they're up against. That they've won fairly.
Scored 17 points against Hafley's defense at Lambeau. 17.
In the rain.
And still felt like a crushing defeat for the Green Bay Packers because
well, our quarterback is playing with a half a leg, so take that for what it's worth too. Those are facts. I'm not trying to, give excuses. Those are facts of what happened in that game.
Strangely enough, similarly to the Wisconsin Badgers, and that's maybe not the best way to go, but
you're gonna go there anyway.
Because Jordan Love was banged up. I'm curious what they look like tonight meeting in Detroit versus what they look like at Lambeau Field.
I just got this feeling, Jesse, and I know we've given the Lake puns a bunch. It seems eerily similar to last Thanksgiving to me. Eerily similar. But Detroit is much more battered. Fish fry reference, Jesse. They're much more battered up front. You batter fish. Fish come from the lakes. There you go. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. You got it's a little bit. You got to draw it out a little bit.
It's a lot of work.
Wasn't good.
I got to be honest.
Anywho, the Lions were in a much better space last year at this time on the eerie Thanksgiving Day game, and we went up and throttled the heck out of them. Our offense is better than it was last year. It is better. Mm-hmm. Their defense is not. So I'm not a math guy. I don't know algorithms. I'm not great with the rhombus, and we've already talked this week more trigonometry than I'm guessing any sports show does in all of America. I don't know where to put those little dots when I'm trying to draw a rhombus and I'm doing all this stuff and getting cosines and all. But what I will tell you is the matchups are much more favorable for this offense versus the Lions defense than last year. And I think it's going to be a big night for the G&G's offense. Don't know about the defense. That, to me, color me Natasha Bedingfielded, because I don't know.
I kind of feel like instead of Natasha Bedingfield today, I think you're more of a Flo Rida, right? Isn't he the one who sings "Sometimes I Get a Good Feeling"? Isn't that his song? That you've got a really good feeling about tonight. And we're all going to find out.
You know what else I have a good feeling about?
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, because you're very really good conscious.
Oh, indeed. Ensure your home remains comfortable before we reach the brutal post-holiday winter. Yes, old Santa Claus, a magical fella, but his elves aren't qualified to build Pella Windows and Doors. There's just too many options and customizations. So instead, and I don't think Santa's figured out AI elves yet. I'll be fascinated with the robotics coming. If Santa ends up going out and gets AI robots to be part of the elf workshop so that they can do that. But right now it's Pella, baby, all the time.
You need jobs away? That's not nice.
He's ad-libbing.
I'm not. Science and technology, our buddy. So instead of going through the big red fella, take advantage of this Pella deal. Get as low as $19 per window and $81 per patio door per month. Certain restrictions do apply. This offer ends on New Year's Eve. Visit PellaWI.com to learn more.
You know, I have to say, I love Gina Della. Love her. She's amazing. Love Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sleek, yeah. Happy 60th. But the slander towards Santa's elves during this read, like, consider what they're making in the workshop. They make everything, right? Like, they are not, they can, but you're telling me that you couldn't get, Hermie and the rest of the crew, if they suddenly were out of work, you don't think that they'd be capable of joining the elite Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin team and being able to learn the ropes quickly and being able to manufacture great windows?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't appreciate the disrespect.
Depends
to
how
Hermie
high
and
up the
his
windows
guys.
are, I guess.
That's true.
It's not bad.
Those elves are little guys.
Pretty good. They got ladders.
I don't know, Jim. I'm guessing those AI robots, they're not going to build them elf size. I don't think you're going to have elf-sized robots. And you're going to go big boys.
All right.
Very dexterous.
I don't even know if that's a word.
How is AI going to build the toys that the elves are building? I feel like AI
Dexterously.
Are you being serious right now?
It's time to move on.
Come on.
We need to get ready for Packers-Lions tonight on Thursday Night Football. We'll discuss AI elves another time. It's Wilde And Tausch.
This is Wilde And Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here, wishing you and your loved ones a happy holiday season from Grassland Dairy. As you gather with friends and family to celebrate the season, remember that no holiday spread is complete without the pure and delicious taste of Grassland butter on your table. For toast, pancakes, dinner rolls, and everything in between, Grassland butter is the gift that keeps on giving. And in this season of love and celebration, Grassland Dairy again extends a huge thank you to all of the hardworking dairy farmers across the state of Wisconsin. Without them producing such high-quality ingredients, Grassland would not be able to deliver that pure and delicious flavor on your table that we've all come to know and love. Thank you, farmers, and thank you, Wisconsin. Happy holidays from Grassland Dairy, crafting butter for 5 generations.
Breaking news on ESPN Madison is presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or visit metrokiaofmadison.com.
Ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get as low as $19 per window and $81 per patio door per month.
PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/2024.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 provides game recaps for every game. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis.
Puts it on the floor, spins down the lane, and plunges it through.
Or the deep threes from Dame.
Dame time has arrived with 107.
Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Prairie Athletic Club is the ultimate destination for health, wellness, and crushing your goals. This is Sarah Tauscher. Say goodbye to post-workout aches and pains at the Pack's new Recovery Zone. With their assisted stretch and pneumatic boot sessions, you can get instant results, leaving you feeling refreshed and ready to tackle your next workout. Don't believe it works? Give it a try. Stop in, stretch your body, and relax your mind at the Pack. Visit prairieathletic.com to learn more. Prairie Athletic Club, family fun community.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, a special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
When you're having computer problems, you need a company you trust to get things working again, quickly and affordably. Madison Computer Works has been doing that for business and residential customers for decades. Our computer care plans take away the hassle of being without your computer or needing to bring it in for repair. Starting at only $10 a month, our local and friendly techs provide remote help and can fix most problems in just minutes. Call 608-231-8000 and sign up today. Madison Computer Works, computers that work for you.
This is Wilde And Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Tausch has got a good feeling, just like Flo Rida. Now, I'd like to read from the folks that Jesse affectionately calls the YouTube dwellers. I think Tom hits on an interesting point here. It's a little bit of hyperbole in him describing your positions, Old T.
Okay.
Packers win. Tausch says Packers are the best team of all time. Super Bowl for sure. Packers lose. I'm not worried about this team at all. If they lose tonight, is there anything that will worry you?
Yeah, if our offense doesn't play well tonight, I'll be concerned. Or if Jordan turns the ball over a bunch, yeah. And by the way, I don't know who
Tom
from YouTube just said that.
Tom in the YouTube comments.
I was, after the Bears win, distraught. I was not happy about it. I thought it was, you're always going to take wins, but I didn't think we played well on either side of it. Thought it was bad news Bears. I just didn't think it was good. And I was concerned. And to their credit, they bounced back and played a really good game against San Fran. You guys want to poo-poo it because San Fran, I believe McCaffrey played that game, right?
He did, yeah.
He wasn't out yet.
I mean,
so yeah, they were missing
didn't,
guys.
Their edge rusher didn't. Their left tackle didn't.
I understand. But they also only gave up 10 points. And so the defense, and then what we saw last week. So it's not about, well, I believe this is a good football team. And if you don't, that's fine. You don't have to.
Well, I don't think anybody's saying they're not a good football team.
No, I analyze what I see, guys. And I think, and somebody today, now if you want to call me a hyperbolic guy, fine. I would disagree. I have to admit, my Philadelphia Eagles, excluding them from the Lions-Packers, I was wrong. Philly's a good team. It is a 3-team race, in my opinion, in the NFC to see who goes to the Super Bowl. Tonight's game has a big impact as far as who gets seeded and who plays where and what that road's going to look like, because obviously you want to have an easier road. Doesn't mean you can't do it, but it's just, I think the best way to try to get there is through that one seed or hosting as many games as you can. But this game tonight, I am not going to be all panic city if the defense struggles against this offense. This offense is good. I will, however, be of much concern if this offense struggles against this defense. And I don't think that's going to be the case.
Dwayne in a big truck. Hell yeah, we're going to kick their ass as long as there are no turnovers. I guess my question that I want to ask fans is simply this. Do you have as good of a feeling about this game as Tausch does? And if so, why?
Okay.
Because I guess for me, anyway, I am also looking going, okay, they're indoors. I'm still not sold on their pass rush. Even without Decker, this is still a very good offensive line. They don't have Jair. We saw Amon-Ra St. Brown be productive against them in outdoor, rainy, not ideal conditions. What could he do against them under these conditions? Now, look, they still have Xavier McKinney, who's a really, really good football player. They have Keyshawn Nixon, who I think has proven capable of being more than just a slot guy. He's a decent outside corner. Whether it's CV or Eric Stokes looking for his first interception or pass breakup in 1,000 snaps, I think there could be some challenges there for them. And that's why I think your point about it being a shootout is a good one. I'm curious if you just feel, you said you used bullish, I think, yesterday on the show. You feel really good about this game. And if you feel that way,
our offense scoring a bunch of points. And I do believe we'll make enough stops to win. I don't feel great about our defense against this team, but as I've said all week, and you know what? I will eat rotisserie chicken tomorrow if this game ends up being 13-12. I don't buy that for a second.
I don't think
the lowest I see this is like low 20s. And when I see this and how it's kind of shaken out, I've been pretty consistent really since Monday, but really since last Thursday when I saw all the injuries. our offense versus their defense is just a better matchup and more in line with the Packers winning than the Lions offense versus the Packers defense. That does not mean that we're not going to give stuff up. And I think the critical part of this whole deal is you better be able to stop this running game and not let them stay comfortable. If that's what happens and they hold the football, could be like that Bears game. I don't envision that being the case. And by the way, I do think Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell are looking at this from a very similar perspective. Obviously not as bullish as I am, but if I'm them, I'm thinking our defense is beat up. How do we protect them? How do we win complementary football? Maybe we don't need as many big plays. We need to possess the football,
Possess the ball.
And control the tempo. Whether or not you can do that, the only way to do that is by being really good on first and second down, running it and doing your play action. I think Green Bay has to sell out and try to make some big lost yardage plays, both in the run game, get them in a lot of 2nd and 10 plus. Because if they're living in 2nd and 6 tonight, we're going to be in big trouble trying to stop them.
All right, so let me ask you this, and then we'll take calls and texts and YouTube comments, et cetera, because do you believe, and look, I have fueled this narrative myself with a story about the improved run defense earlier in the week, even chalking up the productivity on the ground that the Bears had to 70 yards coming from Caleb Williams and one 39-yard touchdown run because a guy who never misses tackles in Xavier McKinney misses a tackle and gets juked out of his Nikes and is throwing his helmet and his Microsoft Surface tablet on the sideline as a result. Do you believe that their run defense is legit? Because that is one of the other aspects of this game that indoors against two really good backs behind a really good offensive line, even without Decker, the game's going to come down in part. I'm not saying it's going to decide the game entirely, but it's going to come down in part to whether or not they can keep Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery from taking over the football game and making life easy for Jared Goff. So do you believe in the Packers' run defense, or did their strong performances against Christian McCaffrey and against the Dolphins have more to do with getting out to a big lead than it has to do with them being that much better in terms of their run defense?
I don't know where we're at as a run defense. What are the stats? What do the stats tell you about this run defense? Because right now it has been inconsistent this season. We've seen some ups, we've seen some downs.
So over the last two games, McCaffrey 11 carries, 31 yards. The two backs for the Dolphins, 12 carries, 13 carries, 44 yards, and each of them had a double-digit run. So like they had 10 carries where they had a total of 13 yards. So the last two games, they have been very good against the run. But again, they got out to 24-3 in one of those games and 24-7 in the other, or whatever it was. Like they got out to big leads. And we know that Matt LaFleur doesn't run the football when his team is in a big hole. So that certainly helped their run defense as well. If you're a believer, then you feel really good about tonight, in addition to how banged up the Lions are defensively, in addition to maybe a greater confidence that they can get after Jared Goff because their defensive line seems to be rushing the passer a little bit better. But if you don't believe in the run defense and the run defense doesn't come to play tonight, then Gibbs and Montgomery are going to make it really tough on you. And you're going to be thinking, where did that good feeling I had going, Flo Rida, go? Right?
No, because I would say this. I expect Detroit to run the football on Green Bay. And if they don't, I'm going to feel a heck of a lot better about this team even than I do now. They run the football really effectively. They scheme it. They have two really good dudes back there, and they have a good offensive line. The other two games, the last two, obviously both games Green Bay got out to a great start. Would that help tonight? getting off to a good start? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It would. I think the way we'll find out pretty early. If Green Bay falls behind, then I think you're going to see a big night from Jordan Love. I think this needs to be the Packers have to kind of figure out what that balance is in running and passing, because I don't think any pass rush is going to get home on Jordan Love tonight. And if that's the case, do you stick with pounding the football and trying to slow the game down, or do you want a lot of looks at this defense? You're going to want to play with tempo. If I'm Matt LaFleur, I mix tempo in too, because I want to see who are they going to sub. I want to see them. I want to force their hand. I'd love to see them start this game and go no huddle, same personnel grouping, just march. Force their hand early.
So they
couldn't
sub.
So you can't sub. Push the tempo, and let's just take a look at where this group is as far as how you're going about your business.
We will get to the green and gold game preview next after Tausch tells us about his love for Tito's vodka.
Tito's handmade vodka on game day? Yeah. Pour me in, coach. From a seat in the stands to the best seat on the couch. Root for your favorite team with your favorite team spirit. Stack a spicy bloody, salt the rim of a Tito Rita, or take home the win with a Tito's, and whatever your heart desires. You're calling the game. You change up your roster, wash that lucky jersey, as long as you make Tito's your first-round bottle pick. Whose house? Tito's house. Find cocktail recipes for every fan at Tito'sVodka.com. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
The green and gold game preview is next. The Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Celebrate the return of the high school basketball season on ESPN Madison with the 608 Basketball Tournament. Featuring the best boys basketball teams and recruits from the Madison area and around the state, the 608 Tournament returns Friday, December 13th and Saturday, December 14th at Madison College. Come experience the best showcase of high school basketball in the Madison area. Purchase tickets today at 608basketball.com. That's 608basketball.com. The 608 Basketball Tournament, December 13th and 14th at Madison College.
LabCorp Clinical Trials is changing to a new name, Fortrea. While the name may be different, Fortrea combines decades of great experience and professionalism with new opportunities for clinical trial participation. It's more than a mission and more than a new name. Fortrea is dedicated to moving healthcare forward. To learn more about the future of healthcare and upcoming clinical trials, visit us at FortreaClinicalTrials.com. That's FORTREA clinicaltrials.com.
Every day, Wisconsin's 600,000 family caregivers help their loved ones to continue living safely in their own homes. It's not easy. Each year, they spend an average of $7,000 out of their own pockets to provide this care. Wisconsin needs family caregivers, and they need more support. Tell your state lawmakers, Wisconsin family caregivers need a caregiver tax credit in 2025. Learn more at aarp.org/WI. That's aarp.org/WI. Paid for by AARP Wisconsin.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. In 1995, Tito Beveridge built his very own distillery and put his life savings into it. Since then, he's won the unanimous Judge's Choice Double Gold Medal at the World Spirits Competition, the Chairman's Trophy for World's Best Vodka Tonic, and many others. Tito's Handmade Vodka is still made on the same land where he started it, all in Austin, Texas. Distilled from corn and gluten-free. Visit us at Tito'sVodka.com for recipes, videos, and more. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
Pizza Hut has a new deal on boneless wings you need to hear about. Mark Tauscher here and introducing Pizza Hut's new Big Boneless Wing Bundle. Enjoy 16 crispy boneless wings in 2 different flavors, 2 dips, and a double order of fries, all for just $15.99. Perfect for game days, tailgates, or a night with the family. The Big Boneless Wing Bundle is the best thing to happen to pizza night since, well, pizza. Order the Big Boneless Wing Bundle at PizzaHut.com or on the Pizza Hut app.
On December 7th, immerse yourself in ebony and elegance in Icy Affair, the 3rd annual gala by the Urban League of Greater Madison Young Professionals. It's a night to celebrate the achievements and recognize Greater Madison area young professionals making an impact in our community. Join us as we honor those who lead through civic engagement, community service, and professional excellence, embodying our values: invest, impact, inspire. Don't miss this unforgettable evening. Reserve your tickets today at ulgmyp.betterworld.org.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973, and they're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether it's the sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none and has exactly what you're looking for. Stop in today at their location on Fish Hatchery Road and check out the all-new 2024 Honda Prologue, Honda's first all-electric SUV, or browse their selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
The Great Dane Huddle with Barry Alvarez.
I'd love to be in a game like that. I'd love to coach a game like that.
Oh, man.
They may not see a pass in the second half.
Subscribe to the Great Dane Huddle podcast on Wisconsin On Demand and wherever you get your podcasts.
The question is in the field on our Twitter feed. I even tagged Flo Rida. Oh, sometimes Mark Tauscher gets a good feeling. And this is one of those times. You have a good feeling about tonight. That is an accurate depiction of your position.
100%. Yep. And how often do I come on here and say, I pick the Packers to win a lot, and by the way, they do win a lot.
They do. Mm-hmm.
But how often do I get on here and say that I feel this strong? How often?
A week and a half ago.
Against who?
San Francisco. I'm going to the game, and they're going to kick their tuchuses. And they did.
Well,
You're right.
What happened?
You were right.
What did I say about before the Bears game? Did I not say bring your own awareness and that it was going to be an ugly, messy game?
You did.
Well, listen, I'm not sitting here telling you I'm a prognosticator because I'm wrong a bunch.
You were worried about the Dolphins.
I was. And by the way, they had a chance to cut it to 8 in the fourth quarter. They did. I didn't realize their coach was such a little snivelly. Oh, it's so cold. I don't know. Oh, it's so chilly out here. They need to hire a Dom, or they need to hire one of those strength coaches. I'm telling you, they need to bring somebody that can handle the cold. If I was the Dolphins, next time you go to a cold weather game, I'd get a jacked up strength coach and I'd have him go shirtless. I'd say, you're out there, you got to be out there and set the tone. Because McDaniels ain't going to do it.
And Tausch is just the man to be that guy. Time now.
I'd have a swim shirt
for your green and gold game preview.
Let's take a closer look at this week's matchup. This is the Green and Gold Game Preview.
Potential game of the year tonight in
Game
Detroit.
of the year.
Thursday night football. Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit on the TV call on Amazon Prime for the Green Bay
And by
Packers.
the way, Jesse, I got a fun announcement to make because I've told you guys we did a players only. Yeah, we did a players only the last time it was exclusive streamer game. Tonight's exclusive streamer, right? Is tonight?
That is
Except
correct.
in Milwaukee and Green Bay Fox City.
Same rules as the Peacock opener.
And Detroit.
Awesome. We have some fun guests scheduled to appear. I'm not real confident on all of them, but I feel pretty good. We will be starting that. We're only going to do a half again, just because that's where we're at. We're going to do a half tonight of Lions Pack.
Just because that's where we're at. What does that mean?
I'm hoping
This is one of
that
your
I
worst
can call and
announcements
start
ever.
doing the post. I'm hoping we can start doing the post-game show right at halftime. That would be ideal.
Could I understand? Like, you know that this is occurring. This is not one of those things you might forget. So was that really necessary there? Plus, you gave no information whatsoever. Boy, I can't wait to tune in and hear who these random guys are because you didn't mention
they're not
anyone.
random guys.
Andy made a pitch
That'll
to
be
start
fun.
the post-game show at halftime as part of your big announcement.
Well, how fun would that be if we're up 21 and we're dominating? That'd be fun, right?
Yeah. Okay. Can we do the game preview, please?
Do we know anything about, like, is it on YouTube? Is it on Twitter?
Jesse, you're the
Don't
content
encourage
creator
him.
on this show.
Do not encourage him to continue to make an announcement that he really knows very little about. Do the preview.
I do believe it will be on all of our social channels that are available to us. So YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and blah, blah, blah. I do believe.
But he's not sure. And Ed Helms sucks.
The Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions tonight at Ford Field, 7:15 kickoff. Tausch, what is the big storyline besides whatever you got going on YouTube?
Well, tune into YouTube because me and Bulaga are going to be hosting, and then we have some of our buddies that are going to join us. Can we stop
still have
the
not
run?
been named.
I'm not gonna. I don't trust the schedule to appear. So we'll put it up on a graphic later.
So for sure you and Bulaga, and then maybe some others.
Yes, I feel very confident that Vonnie Holiday will be joining us.
Oh, okay.
Vonnie Holiday, who I'm super excited
Love
about.
him.
Yeah, he's the best. Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Can Green Bay stop this potent run game of the Detroit Lions? If they do, they're winning this game. If they don't, it's going to be a shootout at Ford Field. To me, that is your game preview right there.
Yeah, I'm going to go on the other side, and their offense has to take advantage of this banged-up defense that the Detroit Lions are going to trot out there. And if there was one critique that I have of Old T, other than that outstanding announcement about the players only, it would be that he sounds a little overconfident that the offense will be able to exploit this banged-up, tattered Lions defense. And there's this little voice in my head that reminds me of all these times where you think you've got this big advantage because a team is downtrodden and beaten up, and then that team nut whacks up and finds a way to get the job done with a bunch of subs. And that's the part of the game that I am curious about, in addition to the run game, which I brought up earlier and Tausch just used, is that how much production is this offense going to have? Because the Green Bay Packers put up 411 yards in that first meeting. Don't forget that. It's a lot. They were not good in the red zone, and that's why they didn't have a lot to show for what they had done. But it's not like they didn't move the ball on them a month ago, and now they're missing even more pieces than they were a month ago. Next.
Besides Jordan Love, which Packers player is most important for the team to have success in tonight's game against the Lions, Tausch?
Great question, Jesse. I think offensively it's going to be sprinkled all over the place, so I'm not going to focus there. I'm going to focus on somebody that I'm guessing Jason, because we've talked about him a bunch this week, is going to feature in one of his Sunday articles or has already featured him. I think Quay Walker needs to build off of his last 2 weeks of what he's done, because for as much as I want to say Kenny and Enigbare and Rashawn and getting after Goff, which is going to be critical tonight, stopping the run really does start. The big guys got to hold their gaps, and the linebackers got to read it, go make plays. And McDuffie has done some good things, but Quay Walker needs to be that guy. These are why games like tonight are why you draft a guy in the first round. Big-time games, you need to have your big-time players do it. He's played some good football the last couple of weeks. It sounds like his confidence is growing. He's getting there. Coaches trust him. He needs to play like a number one pick. And if he does and is able to kind of slow this run game down, I think it bodes pretty well.
Yep, last Sunday that story ran. It was really good, too, so you might want to go back into the archives.
So is today a Sunday article?
It's a game day story. Yeah, game day.
So
game
is it
day story.
considered a Sunday, or do you do a Sunday
article
article on Sunday?
Well, there'll be a Sunday article, certainly, because our readers expect coverage of their favorite football team. And there's no bowl previews to work on or Badger football-related stories to be doing other than recruiting.
Previews anyways. What are you?
We cover. Hey, the Badgers are a big deal. There were all kinds of stories.
I'm
if they were in the
I'm saying you. I'm not
well,
saying
right,
Colton.
but then Colton does that sort of thing.
Colsey
So
and
there's opportunities for more Packers coverage because there's not as much Badger football coverage because they're done. So
have you been paying attention? There's more Badgers coverage now than there was during the season.
That's not true. But no,
there it is.
Landon Lock,
Jesse. Yeah.
Recruiting.
Lock City.
A lot of recruiting for sure. Anyway, I'm going to say Keyshawn Nixon because I don't know who's going to cover Amon-Ra St. Brown, but somebody better do it, and somebody better do a good job because otherwise the shootout that Tausch is predicting will be a big problem. Next.
The Packers keep their NFC North Division title hopes alive with a win tonight in Detroit if... I feel like Tausch has done this about 10 times already. What happens?
Green Bay needs to score 30. Packers score 30. Green Bay's winning the game. They do that, win the game. Period. Not going to get into. I can get into all the other breakdowns. You got to do this and limit Skull and Bones to under 140 yards or whatever that number needs to be. All that's cute. Offensively, you need to go score a bunch of points tonight, and it's a setup that you should. If you want to be nervous because you feel like it should happen, fine, go ahead. I don't think that's the mentality. I'm guessing when the coaches look at how they think this game's going to go tonight, I'm guessing Matt LaFleur envisions this offense having a lot of success.
I think it all comes down to Jordan Love playing like he has in these last 3 games. Are they going to be able to take advantage of that the way he has of late, or is he going to have some critical mistakes? And I'm not just saying turnovers. I'm saying not taking checkdowns, trying to play hero ball, having some 3-and-outs. Because if you're going to be in a shootout, the one thing you can't afford besides turnovers, which we don't allow for this question, is going 3-and-out and giving the ball right back to an explosive offense. So he has to play on top of his game. He was fantastic in Detroit on Thanksgiving a year ago in a largely must-win game that day. Is he going to be that guy again? Because all signs point to him being that guy now of late. We need to play trivia. Get that in before we get into all of our Packers previews and further discussions of the players only, which will be available somewhere. Jesse,
Potential big guest. I don't want to tease it too much. Potentially a big boy guest. Someone that people are thinking may come out of retirement to play. Big guest.
Micah Hyde?
Maybe. We'll see.
I know who you're saying.
Brett
he's a little
Favre?
No, he's talking about Bakhtiari.
No, Brett's not going to retire.
Jesse, what's today's category? What caller do you want?
A Detroit-style trivia with the
that
Packers.
pizza. Caramelization.
Not that I would know from our travels, but Detroit-style trivia. Questions about the great city of Detroit, home to the
you guys
biggest
not
game of the week.
going on a trip this year? You and your boys?
No, not this year. It might be. We did this a couple years in a row.
You know what?
I think we're done.
That tradition's dead.
Yeah.
You missed 2 years in a row. It's dead. It's over. Donezo.
There are some questions about going
it's over.
Wait a minute. There's some questions about going to Minnesota. That one might fit into the schedule, but tickets are expensive. So,
All right, caller 11. Caller 11 for the 11 wins that the Lions have going into tonight, and based on what we're hearing from Old T, that's also the number they'll come out of tonight in terms of the win column. 11. Caller 11. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. Caller 11 plays trivia next after Tausch tells us about Kohler Services, which makes everyone a winner when they make a change to their bathroom.
If you need a bath or shower remodel this holiday season, turn to Kohler Services. Family-owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer, providing care for life. And this month only, get 0-interest financing for 12 months and, my favorite part, a free shower door.
A free shower door.
With that Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote. With fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Caller 11 plays trivia next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here for the great team at Everlight Solar. It's the season of giving and spreading holiday cheer, so why not give yourself more control over your energy bill by making the switch to Everlight Solar? You can bet that was something my family and I cheered about when we trusted the great team at Everlight Solar to help us make the switch. From the very first conversation, the Everlight team educated us on all the benefits of switching to solar. Their ability to explain things along the way to keep us informed helped make the switch super easy. Save money and help save the planet by making the switch to solar. Join our family in creating a greener environment for ourselves and for our community by switching to solar. Learn more and schedule a free consultation at everlightsolar.com. That's everlightsolar.com.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to badgerlandchevy.com. Staying true to the roots, Lamar Campbell joining the jump around with Jim Rutledge, the former Badger touching on recruiting the next wave of Badgers. Soup's thoughts on how to do that while upholding Wisconsin's values.
We can be progressive, we can recruit, we can do things differently, but a tradition of tough, smart, dependable, great defense, great offensive linemen, running back, serviceable quarterback. We've been able to find stars at the skill positions by focusing on, basically who we are. And I know we kick off, August 30th, 2025, but in my mind, a lot of the alumni mind, kickoff starts now.
If you're not getting windows from Santa, get as low as $19 per window and $81 per patio door per month. PellaWI.com.
ESPN Madison is on Wisconsin sports. Catch what you missed on the Varsity Podcast on Wisconsin On Demand, brought to you by Game Day Men's Health Middleton. Keep your performance up and on track in all areas of your life with Game Day Men's Health. Check them out at GameDayMen'sHealth.com/Middleton.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Grassland Dairy is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin and sustained by innovation. Since 1904, the Wheatrick family has worked with hundreds of dairy farmers to consistently produce the highest quality dairy products. Grassland's commitment to quality starts with the way their dairy farmers care for their cows and carries through every step of their innovative processing and delivery. They are proud to offer a wide range of reliable and nutritious dairy ingredients. Grassland Dairy is family owned in Wisconsin and has been crafting butter for 5 generations.
Madison Weight Loss is having a huge holiday sale, almost 20% off, making it our lowest prices of the year. You can start the program before, during, or after the holidays. We know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day with no prepackaged meals, no injections or surgery. The secret is our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good. To learn how our clients on average lowered their metabolic age by 17 years, go to MadisonWeightLoss.com now to schedule your free consultation and learn why your metabolism may be sabotaging your weight loss goals. Go to MadisonWeightLoss.com and save big now only through December 31st.
Hey, it's Jesse Nelson. The program with Madison Weight Loss was perfect for me to lose 40 pounds. Trust me, Madison Weight Loss is the real deal. And take advantage of the huge holiday sale with the lowest prices of the year now through December 31st. You can start the program now or after the holidays, but you need to call now to lock in the huge discount. Go to MadisonWeightLoss.com now to schedule your free consultation. That's MadisonWeightLoss.com. Results may vary.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
This ain't a good time, but when is it ever? I know the perfect time, and maybe that's never. So don't you dare leave me now, throw my heart on the ground.
Time for trivia. Let's welcome in our contestant. It is Rodney in Janesville. Rodney, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning.
All right.
I'm actually in Madison today.
Oh, Rodney from Janesville in Madison. What are you doing in Madison today?
Working.
Where do you work? How much money do you make? What's your social?
Whoa, Nelly!
What else you got for us, Jason?
How old are you?
Hey, come on.
Smart Toyota.
All right.
All right, Rodney, let's move on. That's not our group. Here we go, Rodney. Way to go, Jason. Way to ask so many questions.
I didn't ask.
Rodney, what is the name of the restaurant located in Detroit, opened by the famous rap artist and Detroit native Eminem? Is it Mom's Spaghetti, Slim Pastries, or Emmy Yum 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 Yum?
I'm spaghetti.
Correct.
Place is
One
overrated.
for one.
Place is super
Oh,
overrated.
you've eaten there?
It's
Really?
Not, yeah, it's not great, and it's really overpriced. Yeah, don't go.
Wow.
Don't go. Just being honest with you.
That would be the opposite of free advertising from Tausch there. And especially after what Eminem means to our show, it spawned the entire headline singing season, which has been replaced by movies.
Arms are heavy. Oh.
Bring it back. All right, question 2 is this. Which of these major events held in Detroit earlier this year is estimated to have brought in more than 775,000 visitors to the city? Was it the Democratic National Convention, the Motor City Music Festival, or the NFL Draft?
Oh, man. NFL Draft?
Indeed it was. Now they're headed
Keeps
here.
track of that?
I don't know.
Is it like when you're bouncing at a bar and you're like clicking, like, okay, there's number 462,012. Like, I call hogwash on that. I don't buy that number.
Did you actually use the clicker when you were bouncing?
Yeah, we did, but yeah, that's a whole nother story. We'll do a. Me and Wisey will do a big boy bouncers digi only.
We do bouncers only for the Seahawks game next Sunday.
The Ambassador Bridge connects the city of Detroit with which border city of Canada? Is it Hamilton, Windsor, or Sault
Windsor.
Ste. Marie?
No.
Bam.
Sault Ste. Marie.
He got it right, so we're good, but
I don't speak
Sault
French, dude,
Ste.
so.
Marie.
Are you not familiar with Sault Ste. Marie?
Apparently not.
No. What is it?
A popular city in Canada.
Not as popular
How
as
popular is
Windsor.
it? I've heard of Hamilton. I've heard of Windsor. I've never heard of Sault Ste. Marie.
How about
He did it again.
the Mackinac Island?
Yeah.
Heard of
You
that.
tell.
I've heard
there.
of that.
That's the
That's
Mackinac
Holton?
Bridge. You've seen pictures.
That's by
Yep,
Sault Ste.
beautiful
Marie.
bridge. Holton. I know about Holton.
Okay.
Traverse City. Puddin Bay. You guys been to Puddin Bay?
Haven't, no.
It's beautiful.
Rodney, you got all 3 right. That means you got 4 entries into tomorrow's drawing. And we got to get to know you a little bit better. So it's a win for everybody. Thanks for playing, buddy.
Awesome. Love you guys.
We love Rodney.
You were
How
loving
many
him a
people
minute
have
ago.
heard of Sault Ste. Marie? Like, legit. Like, I feel like I'm a pretty well-traveled. I'm a pretty well-traveled dude. Now, Canada, I've been up fishing. I've been wanting to get to Montreal and say, oh, no, oui. But I have never heard of Sault Ste. Marie. Like, I just have not heard of that. Is that near Montreal?
He just told you it was by Mackinac Island.
It's very north.
I don't know if Montreal is
Very
by
north.
Mackinac Island. I don't know Canada that well.
Clearly. What you do know well is Coors Light.
I do. Coors Light brewed with a 3-step cold process. Cold lager, cold filtered, and cold packaged. So it's made to chill. You know what I do when I go to the Kohl Center and watch Michigan with my buddies?
You get your picture taken surreptitiously.
I get my picture taken and blasphemized. I'm drinking a Coors Light when I'm there. If I'm in Fort Myers, down at a great basketball championship over the winter, you know what I'm drinking when I'm there? Coors Light. You know, if I go to AmFam Field for a Brewer game, it's a hot summer day, You know what I'm drinking? Coors
Lemonade?
Light. And you know what? Those mountains are blue. Jesse, I don't know if you have that video, so I'm not going to go.
No.
But the mountains are always blue. That's when I know my Coors Light is chilled to perfection. Celebrate responsibly, Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here for my friends at Kohler Services. Well, if you need a bath or shower remodel this holiday season, turn to Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast, professional installation always included. Again, that's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
9 minutes of fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. Happy Packers game day. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out, 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. The Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions meet tonight in what some say could be a Game of the Year candidate. 7:15 tonight, exclusively televised on Amazon Prime in the Madison area, not over the air on regular television. The Packers listed as 3.5-point underdogs, according to ESPN Bet. We're getting you set for the game all day right here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Right now, Wilde and Tausch until noon. Special programming today. Jim, Matt, and Molly move up noon to 2, followed by Kyle, Brust, and Nortman 2 to 4. Green Bay Game Day, hosted by Alex Strofe and various hosts joining him, including Jason Wilde, from 4 o'clock until 6:30 tonight, at which time it's NCAA tournament time. The Wisconsin Badgers volleyball team hosts Fairfield tonight at the Fieldhouse. First serve set for approximately 7 o'clock. Could be impacted by the first game, which is Georgia Tech and Tennessee. Should Wisconsin win, they'll face the winner of that game tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch.
I love our fans, man. Our fans are the best. Klinkster, who you guys have completely just beaten him into submission on the analytics.
Not true. Not true at all.
He sent me a photo of where this Saint-Pierre is, and it's kind of in the skinny part of Canada on the bay, up a little north of Michigan there, with the Mackinac Bridge kind of taking you in there. So thank you, Klinkster.
Thank you for your service. Time now.
Hey, before we get started tonight, I don't necessarily know. I don't, for some reason, YouTube won't let me jump in there and join in and comment, which I'd love to do.
Uh-huh.
Is there a way tonight, Jesse, when I'm doing this players only with Bulaga, and I think I've had a fight City. City was such a big hit last time, laying in his bed and not watching the game. I want him back. We need him back. He brings something to the table.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to join probably for a shorter amount of time.
Even shorter than last time?
Yeah. How do I get to interact with our fans? If they have questions or, hey, Vonnie Holiday, you don't get a chance to talk to him much. Is there a way that I can get where, oh, so-and-so Klinkster has a question for you, Vonnie, about learning from Reggie White and whatnot? I think I'd be fascinated. I'd love to be able to do that as they're in between plays.
You can read the comments still, right?
But I don't know if they pop up on my screen. You get what I'm saying? Because because I subscribe, but they don't let me jump in, if that makes any sense to you.
Well, you could still... Why do you have to be able to jump in if you just want to read questions that other people are posing for Vonnie Holiday? or for Josh Sitton or for David Bakhtiari.
Yeah. You can just see it. It's just there.
But if you want to be part of it, do you have a Gmail account?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so go to YouTube, and then you can sign in with your Gmail account, and then you can chat to your heart's galore.
Okay, it won't let me do it. So I don't want to bog down our valuable time on air.
Then why did you ask now?
Because I was curious. I wanted an easy solution, and you're not giving me that.
That sounds pretty easy to me. Log in with your account.
Does it?
Tausch's players only tonight during the first half of the Packers game.
And he may not even be able to interact with you.
We had a lot of fun on the last one. I'm hoping it'll even be more fun. Again, City he just brings a different energy to that show. So I'm excited, and I think it's going to be – there should be a lot of fun stuff to talk about if my prediction and my premonitions about what's going to happen tonight are going to be accurate.
Are you actually going to do it at your house this time, or are you going to go to someone else's? You want to come to my house to do
Dan
it?
Kelly's basement again.
I'll be here in the
DK
studio for
was great.
volleyball.
What a great host.
Becca can host you, and you guys can hang out at my place watching the game. We got Prime. We're good.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll do that. Tell Becca I'll be over at 7:10. See if she can have like a nice nacho dip ready for me like DK did.
Time now for our prize picks of the week.
Well, let's win some money, guys. Some real projections courtesy of our friends over at Prize Picks. Had a good stretch here getting ready for the Picksmas days coming up. Feel pretty good about tonight's game. Let's see how you feel with me. Jordan Love, more or less than 252.5 passing yards, Tausch.
Oh, yeah. I'm on board. Big time. I think Jordan's going to have a big night. I think he's going to be in the low threes tonight. So I feel really good about that. But, you know, the one tricky part of this game, if Green Bay gets out to that hot start and gets a big lead, do we run the football maybe a little bit more? That's the one thing. That's the beauty of Prize Picks. Otherwise, I'd win every time. But flow of game matters when it comes to these projections. I feel pretty good about tonight, though, that he's going to go more. I do.
Now that I've got low threes in my mind, what was the projection again, Jesse?
252.5 passing yards.
I don't think he's going to have a 300-yard passing game. But I think he's going to be somewhere between 252.5 and 299. There's going to be opportunities for him to throw the football, but I am going to disagree with Tausch on the low threes.
How about Jared Goff, more or less than 250.5? 2 yards less than Jordan Love on the projection. More or less, Tausch?
I think less. I think Goff is going to have a good night. I think he's going to throw some touchdowns, but I think you know what Dan Campbell feels. His quote a couple years ago, that has not changed. And Jason, I think you got a little queased out by it, where you pull people out to the water and you force them to. How did that exactly go again? But you bring them way out into the deep water, and let's see how.
I thought that was
badly
Robert Saleh that was drowning people.
No, I think Campbell. Anyways, you just know Dan Campbell's mindset is we're tougher, we're more physical than you. And last year up at Lambeau, they were. I didn't feel that way this last game at Lambeau. I didn't sense that. Green Bay has, I think, looked at it and said we have to be more physical, and I think that's why Josh J. I think games like tonight is a big reason why Brian Gutekunst is like, we got to get somebody in here that's going to bring that physicality and bring that mindset to our offense. Amon Green did it for us. Josh Jacobs is doing it for this group. And that I believe, so long answer to say less.
I'm going to say less, too. He had 412 passing yards and 4 touchdowns against Jacksonville. I don't see that happening. The rest of these games during their winning streak, 221, 269, 240, 145, 85 in that 52-14 win over Tennessee. I think they're going to score points, but I think they're going to run the football effectively. And I think my story about the Packers' improved run defense is going to look kind of dumb because they're going to be productive.
Is that Sunday article or Thursday?
I think that was Tuesday. It's hard to tell. I don't know what day it is.
Which is really like a Friday. So, Josh Jacobs, more or less, I like this one. 90.5 rushing plus receiving yards combined.
Ooh.
90.5. What do you think, Tausch?
More. He's become part of the passing game. He's, Charlie check down. And I'm going to be really interested to see Detroit's approach tonight. You'll probably find it out pretty early. They're going to bring linebackers. They're going to bring heat. Or are they going to sit back and force them to dink and dunk? I don't know. But if they are going to sit back and dink and dunk city and play too deep and make Green Bay go methodically down the field, Josh Jacobs is going to have 4 or 5 catches on those little dunkers. And if that's the case, I'm going to say more.
Queasy is not the word, and Josh DiMaggio sending me some of the quotes from Dan Campbell from a while back. I still think it was Robert Saleh who was drowning people, though. Josh Jacobs against the Dolphins carried 19 times for 43 yards. He had 4 receptions for 74 yards, so he was at 117 for total yards from scrimmage. 49 yards on that one check down that he turned into a huge play.
That was a nice play.
If I'm the Detroit Lions, I don't care who I've got in my front 4 or my front 7. I do not want him dictating the game. And so I think they are going to be hell-bent. Aaron Glenn is going to be hell-bent on stopping him. That may lead to other opportunities elsewhere in the pass game, but I would not feel great about taking the over 90.5. I think they're going to do everything they can to stop him from controlling the football game.
I don't like that we haven't had much agreement yet today on these. Jaden Reed.
You just have to make your own choices, Jesse.
Does Jaden Reed get in the end zone more or less than 0.5 rushing or receiving touchdowns?
Yes, more.
Yes.
And I think, especially with Dobbsy being out, Wicks is, kind of becoming that Alan Lazard type, right? He's a blocking fool from what Matt LaFleur was saying. So
did Lazard drop that many passes?
I sent you guys a little interesting nuggie yesterday that I don't see on the show sheet. But Deebo Samuel
I didn't know you looked at the show sheet.
Props for looking at it, yeah.
I haven't looked at it yet. I did look at it, Jesse. Deebo Samuel has led the NFL in rushing as a wide receiver, which you think, it's a crazy stat. It is, but it isn't. It tells you how you're trying to get your guys involved in that they're multidimensional. Who do you believe in the NFL as a wideout is leading the NFL in rushing on 12/5 of 2024?
Jaden Reed.
Isn't that interesting? Don't you guys find that interesting?
That is interesting.
Thank you, Jesse.
Yeah.
Next week's Tuesday article in the State Journal, Jaden Reed's rushing ability and how it matters to the Green Bay Packers offense. That's Jason Wilde.
I guess okay, first of all, I would always give you credit for brilliant ideas. Second of all, is that more indicative of how few wide receivers are getting rushing attempts?
There's a lot of jet sweeps in this world, Jason. A lot of jet sweeping.
Are there, as you like to say, are there? I feel like that has kind of become passé now, and there's not as many jet sweeps. Certainly not from the Packers, there aren't. Jaden Reed, for those of you wondering, has 128 rushing yards. Now, no doubt.
For a wideout that's not Deebo, that's pretty good.
I guess what I'm saying is he's only carried the ball 13 times. So it's not like they've gotten him the football. No. I understand. What I'm saying is with only 13 carries, he had the 33-yard touchdown run, right, that he had. That helped that number a lot. It doesn't feel, to me anyway, without looking at the statistics, that he's getting a lot of opportunities. It's not like they're using a lot of jet sweeps. They're going into their 13th game of the season, and he has 13 carries, which would be an average of 1 per game. I feel like last year they were getting him the ball, running the football more frequently than that. So I guess my point is that it doesn't feel like he's getting that many opportunities as opposed to the second half of last season when it felt like it happened more. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, and maybe tonight we'll see some sprinkling.
Perhaps.
Maybe we'll see some sprinkling.
So that 0.5 doesn't matter how he gets in the end zone, even if it's a punt return.
Correct.
Okay. Next.
Last one, Tucker Kraft, more or less 37.5 receiving yards.
Well, the problem is Detroit's strength of their defense now is safety play.
Mm-hmm.
Tucker's been balling. And he has called out old Kirby. He's called Kirby out to the mat. I can't wait for that matchup. I do believe we have the best tight end in this game. I know everybody loves Sam Laporta and what he does. Tucker's a dog. I think he's a better blocker. I think he's more explosive than Laporta. I was big on him last week with Moore. I think Detroit's going to say, no. I'll go less on Tucker Kraft tonight.
The line that you're referring to is Tucker Kraft saying that he is looking forward to getting his hands on Kirby Joseph. When he said that, I guess I didn't realize. I guess I didn't realize how it might be trash talk. Like the way he said it was not like a trash talky way. He did call him a respectable player in the NFC. That's a diss, right?
Yeah.
Like when you're tied for the NFL lead in interceptions with Xavier McKinney, and he calls you respectable. That's like he tries hard, right? Like that's not exactly high praise. So I will be very curious to see if this ends up being a storyline in this game. But the bottom line is I'm going to take more from Tucker Kraft on 37.5 yards. That's for sure. Tausch, tell us more about Prize Picks.
The best place to get real money sports action? Well, you know it's Prize Picks. It's made daily fantasy sports accessible to everybody, and it is simple to play more or less on at least two players. Said I'm going to go more on Jordan Love tonight. I'm going to go less on Jared Goff. You guys take a look, see what you think. The Tucker Kraft one is interesting to me. So Jaden Reed for a touchdown. I'm going to go more on that as well. That's what's beautiful about Prize Picks. Everybody gets their look. You can turn your sports expertise into real money cash. And Prize Picks puts their members first. All withdrawals are fast, safe, and they're secure. When your picks hit, you get your money back in as quick as 15 minutes. Download the app today. Use code WI to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, code WI to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks.
Run!
Your
game?
Sure. Run your game. Absolutely.
Yeah, really.
That's what you should do.
Lame your game with that. Your part was lame.
Very critical of my live reads today. You've been very
That was a
critical.
very dismissive your.
Yeah, for sure.
Your.
What is the deal with Jesse is coming at old T a lot this week. I think Jesse
Was there a fissure?
Jesse Nelson. Buyer beware. I don't know. Something's fishy.
Up in Mackinac Island. Our Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week are next. It's Wilde And Tausch.
This is Wilde And Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Join the ESPN Wisconsin NCAA Volleyball Tournament Challenge. Sign up on ESPN.com or the ESPN app. Join the ESPN Wisconsin group and fill out your bracket by Thursday. Grand prize package features tickets to a Wisconsin match next season. Official contest rules at ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Hey, it's Hunter Vaughn. ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best high school sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see teams making an impact in their community. Nominate your local team today at ESPNMadisonGameChangers.com.
Saturday, the Big 12 championship game heads to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, as Iowa State and Arizona State go head-to-head with a trip to the college football playoff on the line.
Now, the stakes get much higher.
Saturday on 100.5 ESPN.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the Diamond Store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. In 1995, Tito Beveridge built his very own distillery and put his life savings into it. Since then, he's won the unanimous Judge's Choice Double Gold Medal at the World Spirits Competition, the Chairman's Trophy for World's Best Vodka Tonic, and many others. Tito's Handmade Vodka is still made on the same land where he started it, all in Austin, Texas. Distilled from corn and gluten-free. Visit us at Tito'sVodka.com for recipes, videos, and more. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Get your hydration on track with Water Joe. Water Joe has 0 calories, 0 sugars, 0 artificial sweeteners, and 0 carbs. Get a 700-milliliter bottle of Water Joe at your local Festival Foods for 99 cents now until December 8th. Just purified water infused with a kick of caffeine. It's a great alternative to sugary sodas, sugary coffee, or energy drinks. Get that 700-milliliter bottle of Water Joe for only 99 cents through December 8th at your local Festival Foods location.
Make a difference and donate blood today. BloodCenter.org and Stoughton Health are bringing a blood drive for the community to the community. Friday, December 13th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at our Community Health and Wellness Center, 3162 County Road B. Appointments encouraged. Sign up online at BloodCenter.org or call 800-747-5401. Group code 3643. That's Friday, December 12th. Learn more at StoughtonHealth.com. Creating excellence together.
Prairie Athletic Club is the ultimate destination for health, wellness, and crushing your goals. This is Sarah Tauscher. Say goodbye to post-workout aches and pains at the Pack's new Recovery Zone. With their assisted stretch and pneumatic boot sessions, you can get instant results, leaving you feeling refreshed and ready to tackle your next workout. Don't believe it works? Give it a try. Stop in, stretch your body, and relax your mind at the Pack. Visit prairieathletic.com to learn more. Prairie Athletic Club, family fun community.
At Gruber Law Offices, we've helped tens of thousands of families after a serious accident. Our priority has always been our clients. We're here for you whenever you may need us. One call, that's all.
This is Wilde And Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
We got our guy Rob Demovsky coming up next, but before that, we got to do our Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week. And, you know, I tell you this every Thursday, whether it's a game day or a regular Thursday, or maybe some weeks it's a Tuesday because we're going into Thanksgiving. But every time Brandon McManus, Matt Orzech, and Daniel Whelan trot out for a field goal attempt, my first thought, Special Spaces Wisconsin. Steinhoffels is partnering with Special Spaces Wisconsin and the Packers to create dream bedrooms for children battling cancer all across Wisconsin. This season, every time the Packers make a field goal, Steinhoffels is donating $1,000 for Special Spaces Wisconsin. Steinhoffels has been Wisconsin's furniture and mattress leader since 1934. They are 100% employee-owned, and they are a proud partner of the Green Bay Packers. And if you're asking yourself, Jason, or you're asking me, as it were, how many field goals have they made so far this season? So far this year, 22 field goals. So $22,000 already from Steinhoffels to Special Spaces Wisconsin. And more importantly, Brandon McManus has made 10, and he's only attempted 11. So fewer missed field goals as well. Time now for our Steinhoffels Sleepers of the Week.
Don't sleep, you gotta stay up.
Hey there, sleepyhead. Wakey, wakey. Okay, campers, rise and shine. It's time for the Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week on Wilde And Tausch.
Time for our Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week. I have not checked the standings. I have not checked on the Klinkster and if he's recovered from the controversy.
Firm this week, huh?
I don't think that they were bullied. I think that there were some critiques that were delivered.
You bullied them.
If you're wondering about the standings, despite having double the amount of weekly victories as Old T, Tausch and I are somehow tied at the top of the standings.
Somebody bully somebody into getting extra points?
I didn't bully anybody into anything. I have been supportive and said thank you for your service for guys doing work.
Why don't you
they're
pay
not
them?
Paid,
yeah, why don't you
and really
pay
any
them?
acknowledgement?
That's awfully
other
nice
than
of you to
just
thank
bunch
them
of
for
grief.
their service.
Bunch of grief from two unthankful whatevers. I don't have a great word. I don't want to use
whatevers. Good one.
I don't want to use anything flagrant, so I'm going to just say that.
Never been more insulted in my life.
Respectable.
That's definitely not true.
All right, Tausch, who are you taking?
Boy, I wanted to. I thought about going back to the Tay Wicks because I think with Dobbs being out, he's going to get looks. Mm-hmm. But something just tells me. Bo Melton's going to have a night. I don't know why. There's not any rhyme or reason to it. I think he's going to make a play on special. I think he's going to have a night. I'm going to go with Bo Melton tonight. He's a big. If you start looking back, he has been a big-time performer in big-time games.
Game Bo.
While it's not a playoff game, it's a big boy game tonight. He's not on IR or something, is he?
No.
I just want to make sure.
I like Bo. Okay. Really, really, really likable fella.
Nice guy. I heard he's even-keeled. Almost as even-keeled as the guy that took a week off and quit on his team for a week.
Well, he was non-confrontational about it. He just didn't show up. Jesse, who you want?
Not only is this guy going to have a nice night tonight, but then he's going to road trip down to Indianapolis and see his alma mater win a Big Ten championship game Saturday night. Evan Williams is my Steinhoffel Sleeper of the Week.
I thought about that, too. That's a good pick, Jesse.
Thank you, Old
That's good.
T.
That's why you're tied with Old T, because you make good, solid selections.
As much as I would like to take Kingsley Enagbare because he wins every week, sometimes when he deserves it and sometimes when he doesn't.
Intangibles.
They definitely love Enagbare up there in Canada, for sure.
Big in Sault Ste. Marie.
And Sault Ste. Marie. I'm taking Tay Wicks again.
Good pick.
I don't know what he's going to have to do to surpass Bo Melton since we have two wide receivers that have been selected. But I'm taking Tay Wicks. And look, he had a couple of plays against Miami. I'm eager to see if he can start parlaying that into more and more success because obviously his season has been one of inconsistency. All right, that is the Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week. You've got ours. Now we'll take yours on the Wilde And Tausch Twitter feed. Just make sure you're in Steinhoffels because, you know, their social media team loves to get in on it as well. Speaking of social media mavens, the great Rob Demovsky scheduled to appear next. It's Wilde And Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Metro Ford of Madison is Madison's trusted Ford dealership. Whether you're in the market for a new or new-to-you vehicle, Metro Ford of Madison has the customer service that's second to none. Metro Ford is also the home of the 2 years no-charge maintenance offer on new vehicle purchases, making it the place to go for the new Ford of your dreams. Browse their inventory, schedule a service, or see this month's offers at MetroFordofMadison.com. That's MetroFordofMadison.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
It started with a prediction.
We'll go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Gina Dello from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get as low as $19 per window and $81 per patio door per month.
PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/2024.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Kringle, all I want for Christmas is you.
Dad!
What?
We talked about this. Yeah, your jingle for your Kringle entry last year was so lame that Racine Danish Kringle banned you from their contest.
I thought it was only a one holiday season ban.
It was a lifetime ban.
Well, I guess I'm out, but here's how you can enter our ESPN Wisconsin Racine Danish Kringle Jingle for Your Kringle contest on Wilde and Tausch. Submit your own original jingle to ESPNWisconsinContest.com. Then we'll pick the most creative songs, and our grand prize winner will get Kringle for a year. Make sure you include Racine Danish Kringle. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition in your jingle. If you don't want to sing, but you still want to celebrate the holidays with Racine Danish Kringle, call 800-4DANISH or visit Kringle.com and order their all-new Eggnog Holiday Kringle.
Racine Danish Kringle, such a tasty, yummy treat. With a flaky crust and sweet icing, it's the best thing you can eat.
Oh, like that's so much better than mine.
Well, at least we're not off key.
Come see what the buzz is all about at Madison Axe, Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Enjoy 8 lanes of axe throwing, craft beer, interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard with 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Perfect for date night, groups, corporate meetings, or private events. Madison Axe is your destination for all things fun. Throw it, nail it, celebrate. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
It is time. That was what Kevin Green said during the Super Bowl. Rob's got some good Kevin Green stories. Zombo! from ESPN.com's NFL Nation, it is time for Rob Demovsky. Rob, good morning, buddy. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Jason?
Weston Detroit Airport?
No, guess again. Well, I went back to old school on this one.
Saint-Sulpice.
Eight-mile motel with
the
Eminem.
Renaissance, the Marriott Renaissance downtown.
Oh, you walk into the game tonight?
The big tall one. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm looking for somewhere to go get some lunch because I need a big hearty meal because we know the Ford Field food's going to be terrible in the press box. And I was looking at a couple places right by Ford Field that I was going to walk to for lunch. So if I walk there for lunch, walk back, don't I then have to walk right back to the stadium? I can't.
Getting your steps in. I like it.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
All right. I need your expertise because old boy here has got a really good feeling about tonight. He is brimming with confidence and hope, largely, but not
offensively.
Largely, but not now I've lost my train of thought. Largely, but not exclusively, because of the Lions' injuries on defense. Now, I know you NFC North guys did a round table this week. When you look at the Lions, is Tausch justified or unjustified in his confidence in the Packers' offense against this banged-up, tattered defense?
You're giving me flashbacks to Kevin Green yelling at me by using unjustified. Look, here's why I think Tausch might be justified, is that so many of their injuries are one spot. On the defensive, you can sustain. If you have one injury up front, maybe one in the linebacking core, one in the secondary. But when you have an entire position that's decimated, like their defensive line has been of late, I do think that's a problem for you, for your team, if that happens to you, and it's definitely an area to attack. Now, here's what I was thinking about this yesterday, and we were talking about this on KBN, that these teams are kind of headed in slightly different directions. The Packers are on the ascent. The Lions maybe are just sort of flatlining a little bit. I mean, I don't know that they're getting worse, but the point is, I guess, where does it intersect, right? Like, where is the Packers' ascent up to the point where the Lions have just been steady? Is it past it? Is it not there yet? That's what I wonder about this game, because I still think the Lions they started out at a higher level than the Packers did. The Packers obviously are on the upswing, but have they swung up enough? I guess is what I'm saying.
So, Rob, I used literally that exact same analogy of the airplane, and there's a little chop where the Packers are ascending. I did not use the cross section, but Is this the best? The last 2 weeks, this is the best all-in football. We're talking defense, special teams, and offense that you've seen from this team this season.
I think it is. I mean, I remember at the time thinking the Houston game, was a big one. And they played well, but I would think for an extended period of time, this is now. Tausch, I would feel like if I were them, I would feel a lot better if I had Edgerrin Cooper today. Those two running backs are really good. I think that's not saying. I mean, McDuffie had a great game. Eric Wilson's been steady. Quay, obviously, you guys, I'm sure, have talked about. Jason wrote about it, how he's playing his best. But I would feel much better. Not that I feel bad about where they're at, but I would feel a ton better if Edgerrin Cooper were playing healthy, and being what he was before he had this hamstring injury.
Yeah, how concerned, because for as good as I feel about this offense versus the banged-up Detroit defense, and if you look back, Green Bay had success moving the football, even in that beatdown that the Lions gave us the last time. But how good do you feel about the defense? To me, this is a complete unknown tonight. I don't know. Yeah. They could run for 250, or Green Bay could do a great job of kind of corralling these guys. Now that we know all their signals, what do you think is more likely tonight?
Well, and I think I would like to say that I think they're better equipped to shut those guys down than they've been maybe at any point in the season. I'm talking about Gibbs and David Montgomery. But this is going to tell us if they have a playoff winning defense, right? Like, it's not a disaster if they get beat today, but it will keep some doubt in our minds as they get into January football. But if they come out and hold these guys to 3.2 yards a carry, and it's maybe they rush 30 times for 95 yards or whatever the math would be on that, then I think you feel really good about it, and you feel like this is something that they have improved on, and it's not going to be the same old in the playoffs where Raheem Mostert or whoever it is runs crazy on them. But this is a huge test for that run defense. There's no doubt about it.
All right, Rob, the other part of this, and I thought Adam Stenovich, I brought this up on the show earlier in the week, made a really interesting point that I had not thought of, in part maybe because I don't go on the road like I used to. But the road games this year, right? Brazil, neutral site, both teams had to travel there. Tennessee, L.A., Jacksonville, 50-50 crowds. Alex Strofe was in Nashville. He said it was 70-30. Did you think that?
I don't know if it was quite that strong. I think we always tend to exaggerate when there's lots of Packers fans there, and it's probably closer to 50-50. The fact that you see every one of those cities that you talked about, it was definitely the crowd was definitely no factor against the Packers. That's for sure. And by the time they got leads in those games, it felt more like there were more Packers fans. I don't think it's going to be that way tonight, although we did see a lot of Hawaiian blue in Lambeau, whatever the month or so ago. But look, if you're a Packers fan and you want to go to a road game and you're looking at the schedule, Detroit in the first week of December is probably not your destination choice.
So how do you I took a shot at Tausch because I do that whenever I have the opportunity with Steno. But you look back on when we were covering this team and Tausch was on it, or even before that under those Holmgren teams, it was really problematic to go into the Metrodome, even to go into the Silverdome, right? Before Ford Field.
I don't know that I think Ford Field's a really good place. I really like it for an indoor stadium. I don't know that it is anywhere near as loud as, the Superdome, the old Metrodome. But, I guess we haven't seen the Lions necessarily playing this well when the Packers come to town.
And that's what I wanted
to... last year at Thanksgiving, the Packers kind of took them out of it pretty quickly just by, getting out fast, starting fast. So I don't know.
Right.
It's a big, it'll be the toughest environment for the offensive line, the offense, the cans, kills, all that kind of stuff.
But you were there on Thanksgiving last year, and I wasn't, and that's what I'm curious, when they started to rally, did it get loud? Because you're right, I don't remember going there. Maybe the last time I was there was 15 for the Hail Mary or 16. So maybe, but they weren't ever good. But I remember there were times when they would get the Packers on the ropes, and it did get loud in there. And I'm just really curious to see how they handle it tonight.
No, I am too. But again, it has yet to strike me in what we've been coming here for. When this opened, 2000, 2001, somewhere around there. I know I covered at least one or two games in Pontiac, but this, it's not that way. The interesting thing, you mentioned 2015, Jason. I believe that's the last time they had back-to-back Thursday games.
Correct.
They played on Thanksgiving at home against Chicago in that terrible rain game, and then came here for the Hail Mary game. So just a small bit of trivia.
All right, Rob, talking with Rob Demovsky from ESPN.com. He is in Detroit, high above. He's right across the river from Windsor, not from Sault Ste. Marie.
I don't know where Sault Ste. Marie is.
Neither does Tausch, nor does he know what it's called. Let's talk a little bit more about the pass defense for the Packers, because Tausch has also predicted a shootout for tonight. Yeah. No Jair Alexander. Bill Huber, I'm trying to give this stat as much run as possible because I don't know if he ever was given the actual opportunity to write the stats because some people put it on social media. But the idea of 999 snaps for Eric Stokes without an interception or a pass breakup. I would think that Carrington Valentine plays more than him, but how do you like this secondary against those pass catchers in Detroit?
Well, I mean, St. Brown is so versatile, right? I mean, he lines up all over the place. Plays outside, plays in the slot, goes in motion a lot. Obviously, it's a tough cover. But I got to say this, and Jair is a great player, don't get me wrong. But I feel like at this point with Jair, it's like if you have him, it's almost a bonus.
I agree.
And they've learned to live without him. So I don't think it's like, oh my gosh, they haven't played without Jair. They're in big trouble, facing these guys. Jameson Williams is really fast. That's the other thing too. I asked Hafley about this when we talked to him the other day. They didn't have Jameson Williams in that game at Lambeau. I mean, from what I've seen of him lately, man, that guy can move. So I think it's going to be a tougher cover than it was maybe at Lambeau. But look, I don't necessarily think you're going to see a lot of Eric Stokes. You'll see Valentine. He's gotten healthier. He's played more. And this is a game where, look, I mean, someone between McKinney, Bullard, and Evan Williams is going to have to make a play or two.
All right, Rob, before we let you go and before we let you go walk to lunch somewhere near Ford Field, is it cold there, by the way? Is it as cold as it is back home?
Don't go to Mom's Spaghetti, Rob. Don't go to M&M's spot. No, it sucks.
I don't know
it's
that
overrated,
place.
overpriced. It sucks.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's 27 degrees. It snowed here briefly last night for like 20 minutes, and it was the fastest, quickest, heaviest snow.
That had to be magical watching that snowfall.
Yeah, it had not stuck. Yeah, I was sitting in a place that Jason had been to a time or two, the old Shillelagh. Was watching the Duke Auburn game.
Old Shillelagh.
Over a pint of Guinness.
Sounds
it was
like
cold.
A potential. Is that what
it's
I
not
think
what
it is?
it's not at all what you're apparently thinking it is. It's an Irish pub.
Okay, it sounds risque, big fella. Sounds
like
risque.
Sault Ste. Marie.
I don't know,
Rob.
Rob,
if you had Detroit style pizza.
What is Detroit? What is Detroit?
So you have not had it. It's a caramelized. It's a square,
pizza.
But it's like caramelized edge. Yeah, it's a pan pizza.
It's
square. That was okay. I was looking at a place. I think it was called Bricks. It's on the list of potential lunch spots, and it was square pizza. So.
That's a heavy meal, though, for a long day. That's a heavy meal.
Leftovers in the room at night, though.
I got time for a nap before the pregame show, which I will be appearing on 5:30 Eastern and 4:30 Central Time with whoever's hosting the pre. Look at that! There's the promo. So I got some time for a nap, and you're right, Jesse. Like I'm gonna need something back in the room, and when I get back here at like 2:00 in the morning for a little late night snack.
All right, I will be doing the pregame show from outside basketball practice since we're practicing tonight, and somehow they'll have to manage to have a practice without my coaching acumen. But here's the last question for you. All right, this is the third time during our time covering the team. You kind of hinted at this earlier that the Packers have gone Thursday to Thursday. In 2007. They win in Detroit on Thanksgiving. They go to Dallas. We were both there, and the Rodgers moment happens. In 2015, they play at home against the Bears in the slop. They lose. They go to Detroit the following week, and Rodgers to Rodgers, the Hail Mary happens. Being the bold predictor of future events that you are known for being, what will be the bold thing, the memorable thing that happens tonight in Packers-Lions? Because every time on that second Thursday, something magical seems to happen.
Yeah. That's a great one. The game, the Richard Rodgers game, I was looking back at this week. I forgot they were down like 20-0 in that game to start that game, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
It was bad. Well, last year here on Thanksgiving, it was a Jack Harlow halftime concert, which was not at all memorable or entertaining.
You're vanilla, baby.
Yeah. Maybe this is they've been so close on Keyshawn Nixon stuff. I'm going to say Keyshawn Nixon busts a return. If he indoors, it's going to be tough to get one. But somehow, some way, they're going to get the ball in Keyshawn Nixon's hands, and it's going to be, a season's worth of frustrations for him because he's played well on, but just really haven't had a lot of opportunities. Somehow, some way, they're going to get the ball in Keyshawn Nixon's hands, and he's going to make an electric play that will be memorable. Whether it's enough to win the game, we'll see.
All right, Rob, we will be following along.
If he fumbles one, does that then also give Rob a win? If it's a memorable in a bad way, I guess we want to make sure because our Steinhoffels folks have had some. We just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Yeah, no, I never get to participate in the Steinhoffel Sleeper of the Week.
Oh, you should. It's fun. You'd really love it. It's a fun.
You want to be the judge next year?
No,
wow!
No, I don't.
Wow!
Perfect job for you.
Dang. Rob, write well. Enjoy the game. We look forward to you on Green Bay game day pregame tonight. A little bit later for you since you're in that Eastern time zone. And we'll see what magical thing may or may not happen between the Packers and the Lions. Buddy, we appreciate you. Thanks.
All right, we'll be seeing you.
That is the great Rob Demovsky. You will hear him on the pregame edition of Green Bay game day with who's all on there? It's Alex Strofe. It's Gabe Neitzel. Maybe John Anderson will stop by. Brian Bulaga will be there. I will be there from 5 to 6. I would put our crew up against anyone that you can listen to before the game. Lots of great insight to be had from all of our teammates that are part of that. Want to remind you, too, that it is brought to you in part by Grubel Offices. One call, that's all. David and his team. Talk about great teams. Bunch of great lawyers, great history, great success and track record. 414-276-6666 is the number to call. 414-276-6666. Grubel Offices, one call. That's all. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Hey, it's Jesse Nelson to tell you about Madison Weight Loss, the program that I experienced from the middle of August to the middle of October and was able to drop 40 pounds of unwanted fat simply by changing what I eat. Their expert coaching and guidance was the perfect way for me to achieve the weight loss goals that I really never thought were possible. After many times trying and failing on my own, I got in touch with Madison Weight Loss, scheduled a free consultation, learned about what they could provide and the coaching and the expertise, and sure enough, I was able to achieve those weight loss goals. It is an awesome program, and right now through the end of the year, December 31st, they have a huge holiday sale going on, almost 20% off, making it their lowest prices of the year. Take advantage of the huge holiday sale, lowest prices of the year right now through December 31st. You don't have to start the program until after the holidays, but you do need to consult with them and lock in the price before the end of the year. Go to MadisonWeightLoss.com, schedule the free consultation. That's MadisonWeightLoss.com. Results may vary.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by The Jump Around. Don't miss new episodes of this exclusive digital show talking all things Wisconsin sports, premiering every Thursday at 12:30, streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Lamar Campbell joining The Jump Around with Jim Rutledge, the former Badger touching on recruiting the next wave of Badgers. Soup's thoughts on how to do that while upholding Wisconsin's values.
We can be progressive, we can recruit, we can do things differently, but a tradition of tough, smart, dependable, great defense, great offensive linemen, running back, serviceable quarterback. We've been able to find stars at the skill positions by focusing on, basically who we are. And I know we kick off, August 30th, 2025, but in my mind, and a lot of the alumni in mind, kickoff starts now.
If you're not getting windows from Santa, get as low as $19 per window and $81 per patio door per month. PellaWI.com.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because they never charge over the MSRP.
Wilde and Tausch is brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's makes the good stuff for good times. Find recipes, videos, and more at titosvodka.com.
I say go, baby, go, go, go. Oh, I say go till you can't go. No more, no more. I say go, baby, go, go, go. I've been to a place where the drifters go.
Thanks to Rob Demovsky. It's always great to catch up with him. I hope he finds quality Detroit-style pizza. Jesse, you never actually got that, right? If I'm getting my memories correct?
Yes. Oops, sorry. That's Rob still. I'm here.
Hey, Rob. Welcome back.
Yeah, when we went to Detroit, we never went out for Detroit-style pizza while we were there. It was very irritating. I wanted to, and everyone else is like...
Why would you not? I still don't understand that. I know you thought all the pandemic and everything was closed. Is that what the excuse?
No, it was after that. It was weird that in Detroit, a lot of their establishments were closed on Sunday of the game.
I remember you complaining about that.
That was very strange because we did have several places that we thought about going for dinner on Sunday that we weren't able to go to.
Mom's Spaghetti?
But that was one of them, actually, yes.
Heard not to go there.
Yep.
Overrated and overpriced.
There was a pizza place. Like Rob, we stayed at a hotel right in the heart of downtown. There were plenty of options right around our hotel. We were out at a couple of other establishments before and after the game, getting our
You got
coolers.
that same club, Jason and Rob?
We were not.
Frequent? What is that place called?
The old Shillelagh.
Detroit
pub, not strip club.
What an old
Sault Ste.
You guys are a couple filthy dogs, you and Robbo.
No, but that's where a lot of our colleagues would go in Windsor, Canada, which apparently is known for those types of establishments, which I have never attended.
Right?
It
really?
is. That's what I'm told.
Interesting.
The old Shillelagh is on the American
very
side
interesting.
in Detroit.
All right. Okay.
By the way, can I just, as an aside, before Tausch tells us about Tito's again, I went and got my Johnson & Sons paving hoodie that you were so nice enough to. I was going to say get me, but really they gave it to you and you just made sure that I got it from them. Yeah. It is really warm. I don't know why it's so cold in our house today. I usually don't need a hoodie for our program, but man, this is. I can see how these guys, when they're working in cold temperatures, love these hoodies. It is really nice, and you can see me because I'm bright orange, so I'm also safe while I'm doing the show. But I'm nice and warm and toasty now, just like you feel after you've had something with Tito's in it on a cold winter night.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm doing a Tito's read, not a Johnson & Sons paving, right?
No, Tito's. Yeah, Tito's.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Tito's handmade vodka on game day. Yeah. Pour me in, coach. From a seat in the stands to the best seat on the couch. Root for your favorite team with your favorite team spirit. And, of course, that is Tito's for me. You're calling a game. You change up your roster. Just make sure it's Tito's. That is your first round bottle pick. Whose house? I'm not sure whose house I'm going to be at to do the players only tonight, but I will have a Tito's with me. Find cocktail recipes for every fan at Tito'sVodka.com. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
We will kick off the 11 o'clock hour with the weekend preview presented to you by Johnson & Sons Paving and my cozy sweatshirt. That starts in 2 minutes. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Gina Dello from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get as low as $19 per window and $81 per patio door per month.
PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/2024.
This is Derek Engler. You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Celebrations Entertainment. Complete event services for weddings, corporate events, non-profit events, outdoor movies, casino nights, and much more. Go to celebrationsentertainment.com to get started today. And tonight, potential game of the year. NFC North Division title hopes on the line for the Green Bay Packers visiting the Detroit Lions. Thursday night football. Kickoff set for 7:15. Televised exclusively in the Madison area on Amazon Prime. If you don't have Amazon Prime, the game will not be available over regular over-the-air television. The Packers listed as 3.5-point underdogs, according to ESPN Bet. Plenty to get you set all day long right here on 100.5 ESPN. Adjusted local programming lineup today. Wilde and Tausch with you till noon like normal. Jim, Matt, and Molly matinee from noon until 2, followed by Kyle, Bruston, Norman in its usual time slot 2 to 4. Then Green Bay game night takes you up till 6:30. Alex Strofe, Brian Bulaga, John Anderson, Jason Wilde, and others until 6:30, at which point it's NCAA tournament time. Wisconsin volleyball in Fairfield tonight at the Fieldhouse. First serve just after 7 o'clock.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Begins now. Two quick questions. One, you're a big hat guy, right? Today you got your Badgers hat on. You're always wearing a hat.
Yep.
I am doubling up. I've got my Johnson & Sons Paving hat and my Johnson & Sons Paving hoodie. As a general rule, do you match hat for hat? Like if you're wearing a Badgers hoodie, are you wearing a Badgers hat? If you're wearing a Sun Prairie hoodie, are you going Cardinals hat?
As I've shown you before, I clash. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I just don't understand fashion. I don't understand what goes. I don't think there's anything in this era and in today's fashion world. It doesn't feel like anything doesn't go together. Like you see people with these crazy deals and it's all over the place. It's not the old days where it's like, oh, you have a striped hat, you have to have a striped shirt, or, it just doesn't seem like any of that matters. So standing out and being clashy is actually fashionable.
So I can go, like I've got another orange hat here. This is the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers, their Spanish heritage hat. It's orange, so it's still the right color. But I feel like I'm too Johnson and Sonsy.
In fairness, I don't know why you're asking me this, because you know I have no eye for fashion and I'd have no clue. So this would be a great because I just don't know. So while I feel like I'm an expert on a lot of things, and I know a lot of stuff.
You do think that, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Football, I don't even know what else. Again, I'm a geography again. Wisconsin history. Like, there's a lot of stuff that
Except for Canadian geography. Yeah.
For you to ask me anything fashion-related seems like a waste of everybody's time. It just does.
Okay, I appreciate your opinion on that.
I just want to be honest with you. Yeah, the driftless area. Like, if you want to talk about that, I feel like toilets, Kohler, Johnson & Sons, pavement, and when you start talking about buckling and fatigue cracking, Tito's,
you're definitely not. You're not an expert. Johnson & Sons are experts.
I've worked there.
They had you work for them for a couple of hours.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I've done that. There's so many other things. There you go. National parks, another thing. That is such an interesting place, that the fact that the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean drainage right on that continental divide up there in Milner Pass, fascinating. Absolutely. Yeah. Fashion? No.
Okay. Sorry I wasted everyone's time. I guess I thought by asking you, maybe other people would chime in, on the YouTube comments or somewhere else. Because I know that I'm aware. I don't need you to tell me that you're not fashionable.
Well, but you asked me. There you go. Chicken. Obviously, potatoes. I mean, you could get into the ice cream. Yeah, that game that's so confusing. Yep. Euchre, sheep's head, cribbage. There's a lot. You could go through pickleball. I got a litany of things. There you go again. Paving, asphalt work. Absolutely, Jesse. Yep.
My other question was going to be, can we just get past this beef that you two apparently have? That we're trying to figure out what Jesse's issue is?
I don't have a clue what he would have beef with me about, and I have no beef with him. So I don't know if it's actual beef. Oh, yeah. I gotta get you that picture of me showing my steer at the Marshfield Wood County Fair back in the day.
Yeah.
I got to get you
How
that
do we not have
Jesse.
that yet?
I'm surprised you didn't put that up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in your little arsenal. I thought I gave you that one.
Got a nice picture of me walking a cow at the state fair. I'll have to send that to Jesse, so that can be part of the rotation. Time now for the weekend preview.
There's the
presented.
happiest we've ever seen Paula right there. That's Jolly Paula right there.
Met her at the old chalet.
Look at how happy she is to be sitting on the big red fella. Well, maybe I'm going to redo this read. No, that's the big red fella right there. Look at that big red fella smiling. Where's that paw, big red fella? Looks like that paw's moving. I don't know, Jim. Oh, we have to do a little telestraightening where that paw's at, big red.
This is what you miss when you're not part of the video stream on Wilde And Tausch.
Oh, my Lord. The big red fella.
Elmo, for those of you not joining us on YouTube.
Oh, my God.
5 games on the football weekend docket.
Did you dress up as the Cookie Monster yesterday? You probably got a Cookie Monster costume, too, don't you?
I do, and Grover.
There you are.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it amazing? Everybody, there's the ombudsman right there, isn't it?
That is Rob Vogel and his son, who I think is now in college, Duncan.
Wow. But isn't it amazing? Everybody on that picture smiling ear to ear. And it's all because you're in a costume. Isn't that something?
I'm just here to bring happiness to everyone and keep us somewhat on the clock. Time now for our weekend preview, Jesse.
Besides the Packers game tonight, 5 games this weekend. Tell me what you're most interested in. Big Ten championship game Saturday night. Number 3 Penn State, number 1 Oregon. 7 o'clock CBS. Tickets going for $12 in the nosebleeds.
CBS?
Yeah, CBS has it this year. No.
Okay, great.
Any other conference championship game? Wild card choice for you to choose. If you want to watch the Mountain West game with Boise and UNLV, You want to go Army-Tulane on Friday night in the AAC championship? Any other conference championship game?
Yeah,
Your pick.
I am really intrigued. There's a game out in Moscow, Idaho. Idaho is playing Lehigh in a big matchup out there. That will be the game I'm probably most intrigued by. But I have a solution, and I have to a problem that I don't even think you realized exists.
Can I give you the other 3 games first?
You just said you kind of threw it out.
Fine.
But yeah, go ahead.
No, present your solution to the problem we didn't know existed, and then I'll tell you Falcons-Vikings noon on Fox.
All right. I don't want any more neutral site conference championship games. You're already asking fans. You're going to be going to quarterfinal games. You're going to be going to semifinal games. You're going to be going to Nolans. Let's cut the baloney out. I don't need to go to Indy or Chicago or Minnesota. If Oregon wins, and especially now that travel is very important, it's not geographically as sound as it was, Oregon should host. They've earned that right. The Penn State Nittany Lions should have to go out to Eugene and beat them out there if they're going to get that 1 seed in the playoffs. And you're asking fans now, and that's why tickets are $8 a pop at Indy this week, because Oregon's doing that. Okay, then they won't even get a home game because they're not playing in the first round if they win. Then you got to fly them out to Atlanta. Oh, then you got to go down to Texas, and then you got to go to New Orleans. Enough. Conference championship games need to be, and you're asking, Wisconsin just paid I don't know what to get its field heated. If we end up as the 1 seed, I don't want to have to go to Ford Field. I want to play at our crib, and I want you to come into our environment. And if it's Washington, I want you to fly 2,500 miles to play on our new, beautiful, heated field. And us get a little bit of gate, and our fans rewarded in that. Not, hey, guys, we need you to fly out to, we need you to go to Indiana again to go host Big Ten Championship, SEC. Everything should be hosted at the host school. Thank you very much for your service.
Falcons-Vikings noon on Fox on Sunday. Bears-49ers, 3:25, your afternoon game on Fox.
Bears-49ers?
Yeah, and that's so Bills-Rams is actually the Burkhardt and Brady game. This is like the lower tier game, but we get it locally here because it's the Bears.
Okay.
Chargers-Chiefs, pretty good Sunday night game on NBC, though.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question. Am I out of that because I'm taking the crew up to Lambeau? Am I out of that window? Can that Monday night game get flexed?
I don't
really
believe
hope
so.
You're asking about
that
the
it
Saints
doesn't.
game on December 23rd?
That is exactly what I'm asking about.
During
yes.
the weekend preview right now?
Now's the time to ask. Some
Well,
might say.
Jesse, you asked me a question. I told you what I was interested in. I don't.
No, you didn't.
How many other times do you
You
need? And then I gave you
revolutionized
one of the
conference
great
championship games. You never said
I
what you
also
want to
solved
watch.
problems for fans, and now I'm asking you: is that flex window closed? Is that New Orleans game going to be locked in on Monday night?
According to the National Football League, the flexing has to occur. Please hold. They can only move games that are between Week 12 and Week 17. That one would qualify. It has to be 12 days in advance. 12 days. So
Still
you are
time.
not...
What a slap!
Not
What a slap
out
to
of the woods
fans.
yet.
If they move that game, so help me. You ain't going to like Old T when that game gets flexed. I'm telling you.
Philadelphia at Washington, noon that Sunday. Uh-oh.
I believe Rob did tell us, and he works for the big ESPN, that the one thing that could save you is that it's the only time the Packers are on ESPN this year. And ESPN, you would think, would want to have a really good television draw. So you're not out of the woods yet, but I think you're on the edge of the woods, potentially. That's a game that's still 2 weeks away. For these games, I'm in on Jason Eck and the club. How far into is it the playoff debut Is that
First
the opener
round for
the
them.
playoffs?
They had a bye, so they'll win and then more than likely go out and play Montana State, which beat them up pretty good. Jason's squad didn't have their starting quarterback, but Al Johnson, former Wisconsin great, played with the Cowboys for a while. He is
I
the
love his
O-line
restaurant
coach.
with the goats on the top of the
Goats
roof.
on the roof, right?
Oh, that is a good restaurant. I love that place. Door County. Definitely go check out Door County, by the way. Al Johnson's the O-line coach out there, so a couple of old Badgers potentially with a tussle out in, which is it, Kalispell, Montana? I can't remember which part of Montana. Bozeman, maybe? Is it Bozeman, Montana? Montana State?
It sounds right, yeah. Lehigh, Idaho, 8 o'clock Saturday night on ESPN+.
Yeah, I'll be watching that one. That will be on my... What channel is that on?
That is a streaming game on ESPN+.
Oh, God.
Montana State is in Bozeman, Montana.
Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, the University of Montana, located in, Mr. Geography? Missoula, Montana. We need to get to headlines such that they are.
How did that segment go, everybody?
I thought it went brilliantly.
What you guys gave me no feedback. Normally, you crush me. If you think something's dumb, you crush me. And if something's brilliant, you just kind of poo-poo it and move on. And that's what Jesse did. So I'm thinking brilliant.
So it's our fault?
No, nobody's saying it's anybody's fault.
I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea economically, and you still have the revenue coming in from ticket sales for the home teams to play the conference championships at the home sites. Yes, I think it's a good idea. And half the conferences do it already anyway.
Thank you, Jesse.
Tausch.
We're mending it up. We're mending our beef.
Still beef, whatever it is. You never have any beef with Johnson & Sons Paving because they make your driveway look smooth and beautiful.
Indeed they do. Get ready for spring and do it now. Call Johnson & Sons Paving. Make sure no pavement hazards get worse over the long winter. Potholes and cracked curbs, drainage issues. Well, if things are bad now, call Johnson & Sons Paving to get it fixed today. Schedule a free, no-obligation quote. Get a walkthrough of your pavement. They'll be able to see signs of asphalt pavement work that is needed by spotting fatigue, cracking, standing water, warping, buckling, sinking pavement, and more. Don't scare away your customers or tenants with bad curb appeal. Book now, save money later. JohnsonandSonsPaving.com.
The moment you've all been waiting for, this week's headlines are next. It's Wilde And Tausch.
This is Wilde And Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tusher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott Garrett and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison. Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
There's always pressure. You got to find ways to deal with that pressure and handle it as best you can to be the best.
This is your green and gold fix on 100.5 ESPN.
Obviously, there's going to be things that turn up along the way. You got to be able to adjust.
This green and gold fix is driven by Metro Ford.
Game day for the Green Bay Packers as they look to avenge a loss earlier in the season to the Detroit Lions. The Packers 9-3 on the year visit the NFC and NFC North leading Lions at 11-1. With a win, Green Bay would pull just one game within Detroit for the NFC North lead and keep their hopes alive to win the division. The Packers will be without cornerback Jair Alexander for the third straight game and wide receiver Romeo Doubs, who were both officially ruled out on Wednesday. It's Packers-Lions, 7:15 on Amazon Prime. The Lions, 3-point favorites. I'm Alex Strope.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
Prairie Athletic Club is the ultimate destination for health, wellness, and crushing your goals. This is Sarah Tauscher. Say goodbye to post-workout aches and pains at the Pack's new Recovery Zone. With their assisted stretch and pneumatic boot sessions, you can get instant results, leaving you feeling refreshed and ready to tackle your next workout. Don't believe it works? Give it a try. Stop in, stretch your body, and relax your mind at the Pack. Visit prairieathletic.com to learn more. Prairie Athletic Club, family fun community.
Kyle Walls here from ESPN Wisconsin's Kyle Bruston Norman, and you know I'm watching every snap this football season with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app in hand. With over 5 million people playing and $2 billion won, Underdog makes it fun and easy to cash in. Make a play with just $1 or go big. Play their pick'em game, and you could win up to 1,000 times your money. Underdog has all your favorite leagues, teams, and stars to choose from. You make picks for a pick'em entry and choose if players will go higher or lower when it comes to their stats. Maybe it's Jordan Love higher than 250 passing yards, or even Travis Kelce under 1.5 touchdowns. You can even win when you lose with Underdog's double flex option. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com, sign up using promo code KBN, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy promo code KBN, and join me and millions of others and win big. Must be 18 plus and present in state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concern with your play. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit ncpgambling.org.
It started with a prediction.
We'll go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Grassland Dairy is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin and sustained by innovation. Since 1904, the Wheatrick family has worked with hundreds of dairy farmers to consistently produce the highest quality dairy products. Grassland's commitment to quality starts with the way their dairy farmers care for their cows and carries through every step of their innovative processing and delivery. They are proud to offer a wide range of reliable and nutritious dairy ingredients. Grassland Dairy is family owned in Wisconsin and has been crafting butter for 5 generations.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Give me one reason to steer, and I'll turn right back around. You can see me turning. Give me one reason to steer, and I'll turn right back around. You can see me turning. Said I don't wanna leave you lonely. You gotta make me change my mind.
The time has come. It is time for headlines. I miss the singing. I know I've said that before.
Really? I didn't hear you. You mailing it in again this week, or did you do a headline for a change?
Shout it for. I gotta be honest. I'm not eligible for the. And Jesse, explain again to everybody what we're doing with these video headlines that we post on our social media channels and what people can win when they enter.
So the videos go up the day that we share them on the air. From the time they are posted until roughly right before our segment begins here for headlines, you have to check out the video on our social media platforms, Facebook and Twitter, and then text your guess to what movie Tausch and the Academy are reenacting to 844-770-3776. So several people did text in the correct answer to today's show. Of those texters, we draw one every week. They go into a drawing at the end of the season. Grand prize winner, Green Bay ESPN Wisconsin tailgate experience up at the Tundra Trio just outside of Lambeau Field next year in the 2025 season.
So I am not eligible, but I will be at the Tundra Trio because that's where we do Green Bay game day from before home games. But I watched the video. I don't know what it is. It's the first one all year.
Get out of here.
I don't know.
You didn't know what it was.
I don't know what it is. I don't.
Come on.
So without further ado, and I'll tell you about Fleet Farm afterward, without further ado, it is time now for headlines presented by Fleet Farm. Now, if you're listening on the radio, you'll only get the audio version. If you're on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, you'll get to see the brilliant acting / looking down away from the camera to check the script that is in his hands.
Oh, did you catch up on that at all?
I didn't notice that.
Well, you can watch for it on YouTube.
My dagger.
Here it is right now. Here is this week's movie-inspired headline.
Remove your headset and tell me your name.
My name is Matthew Patrick LaFleur, commander of the Packers of the North. Saginaw Valley State backup, Omaha Beef quarterback, division loser to the Lions, consistent loss to the 49ers, but I will have my vengeance in this season or next.
Yeah. How on earth do you not know that, Jason?
I have no idea what movie that is. None. Obviously, it's from a popular movie that I've never seen. So why don't you tell us what movie it's from?
All right. It is from Gladiator. I was Russell Crowe. Jesse, you knew that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Never seen Gladiator. Are you not entertained? Is that what that's from?
Yes.
Yeah, it's part of it. Yep.
I mean, I've seen the
you've
GIF.
referenced that several times, so I thought.
Yeah, but I've never seen the movie. Yeah, never saw it. But I've got enough awareness.
That's not overly surprising. It's not overly.
I don't know
Well,
how
now
many
there's a
movies this year
sequel.
you have seen of all the ones that he's done.
Yeah. I'm not going to get into that. Well, I will get into my headline, though. And my headline goes as this. Packers give thumbs down to being fed to the wounded Lions and seizes the opportunity for the most important 1 seed since Spartacus. Packers 37, Lions 29. 37-29 tonight. Possible scoregami. Potential scoregami.
Was Spartacus a 1 seed?
Yeah. Spartacus didn't get beat often. He didn't lose at home. Now he'd go on the road, get smacked around a little bit, but Spartacus, pretty good 1 seed.
I know I ask this on a regular basis.
What are we doing here? What exactly are we doing? I don't get this headline. It's like, what are we doing?
No, that's not what I was going to ask.
It was best acting all year, though.
When you read then your headline too, that also you don't do the writing for that either, right? Do you choose your own score at least, or is that also dictated by Patrick or someone else at the Academy?
Oh, snap.
Just out of curiosity.
What are you implying?
I think he's implying that you're a figurehead for the Academy and you're a puppet in their game.
That they do all the work is what I'm implying. And I don't think I'm implying it. I'm flat out saying it. So you don't, because that was clever. I would like to give credit where it's due. Those were some pretty clever Caesar the opportunity or something like that. That was really perked my interest.
Yeah, Jason, we're a team. Everybody's got roles, and we try to fill them to the best that we can.
Okay, and what is yours?
You tell me.
I'm not part of the Academy. I'm just asking what your role is in the Academy.
Trust me, I know that. Here's the deal. I perform, I try to execute it, and that's my role.
All right, so they're the guys behind the guy. That was really clever. So Patrick or Helmut.
Sometimes they are the performers, too. They do everything.
True.
Yeah.
And then John Anderson, the singer, not the former Sports Center anchor, also contributes. All right.
Because I've heard it both ways, yeah.
The headline was the headline itself was very clever.
I'm sure the Academy will appreciate that.
I'm glad they will. So Jesse, what's your headline?
So do you know who the 2 lead actors are in Gladiator, Jason?
Russell Crowe and Denzel Washington's in the new one.
No.
Timothy Chalamet?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah.
Joaquin Andujar.
Tausch.
Is anyone else just absolutely fascinated by what Jason Wilde does? Like, I legit have no idea.
How old is that movie? That movie's like 20 years old.
And he goes and he follows it, and he's just at his kids' every practice. And like outside of that, I don't know. And watch Law and Order reruns. Like I don't have any other concept because this. I would have thought this movie, the new movie coming out. Your girls are at a certain age; they probably want to watch this sequel to it. And the fact that you haven't watched it is a little
Gladiator. My girls are at a certain age; they want to see Gladiator.
Yes, the new movie's coming out.
They're competitive.
Kids talk about
right?
movies still. Yeah. They still like going to the theater to watch a movie.
Just since for those of us on the panel who have never seen it, is Gladiator like a family film, like Wedding Crashers, or is it more of a violent movie than maybe people that don't want to? Okay, so I don't like hyper violent movies.
Well, it's sports.
It's just not my thing.
Just old school sports.
No, I get it. I said I'm not. You know what? I said I'm not surprised. I'm just trying to always piece together.
It came out in 2000.
Won some awards.
I know.
It was a big deal.
You had 25 years to watch it. But you're a busy guy. He's a busy guy, so I get it. He's a busy 25 years. He can't watch that movie.
Tausch eats crow.
Oh. Okay.
Packers come Joaquin out of Ford Field, not the superior team. Lions inside track to NFC North with a win.
Good headline, Jesse.
Very good headline.
Good stuff.
Patrick, write that for you too? No, that was really good, Jesse. Well done. And that is headlines for today, presented by Fleet Farm and Milwaukee. Deal days are going on right now at Fleet Farm. Shop in store to score huge savings on toolkits, combos, accessories, and more from a brand you know you can count on. Now, the deals end on December 11th, so hurry in for those exclusive Milwaukee savings at Fleet Farm. And ice fishing season is almost here, and Fleet Farm is your place to find the best gear from the best brands. Shop their huge selection of augers. Augers for sale! Augers for sale! As well as tip-ups and thousands of lures that you won't find anywhere else. Check out all the best ice fishing gear and more at Fleet Farm. Whoa, Nelly is next.
I got a great idea. Tell me you're up for this. I come up to Green Bay when that Saints game doesn't get flexed. We head over to Fleet Farm. We get a bunch of ice fishing gear, and we do the show from the bay or a lake. And we're ice fishing. We're augering. We're catching fish in that lake while we're doing the show. Can we pull that off, Jesse?
No.
Okay.
I'm not going out on a frozen lake. I got too much to live for. Including Whoa Nelly, which is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Panic strikes as you realize on Wednesday that Thursday is your anniversary. The reservations being secured.
We'll see you at 8.
The gift being purchased. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay up to 2 days early on direct deposits. So even though they call you Last Minute Lisa, we'll make your last minute scrambling a bit easier. You've got this with early pay from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Matt Hamilton to remind you the holiday season is here and Metcalf's Market is your place to shop for all the essentials. From specialty meats and cheeses to an extensive selection of spirits, their knowledgeable team knows the perfect pairings for you. Wow your guests with tomahawk steaks, Wagyu beef, or that certified Piedmontese beef exclusive to Metcalf's Market. Visit one of their locations at Hilldale, near Westtown Mall, or in Wauwatosa this holiday season. Go to Metcalf's Market and bring local home. Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Strofe. The holidays are here, and there is no better way to celebrate than with the delicious brandy or whiskey from Door County Distillery. It's the holidays. People are coming over. You're mixing up old fashions. No better way to do it than with the cherry brandy from Door County Distillery, made with local Door County cherries, or the 27-time gold medal award-winning single malt whiskey. No matter if you want your brandy old-fashioned or your whiskey old-fashioned, everybody's pleased with Door County Distillery. DoorCountyDistillery.com.
Metro Kia of Madison is Madison's trusted Kia dealership, and they are home to the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service your vehicle, Metro Kia of Madison is the place to go. As always, at Metro Kia of Madison, you can enjoy 2 years of no-charge maintenance on any new vehicle. Browse their inventory and find this month's special at MetroKiaofMadison.com. That's MetroKiaofMadison.com. Find your new vehicle at your trusted Kia dealership today.
Madison Weight Loss is having a huge holiday sale, almost 20% off, making it our lowest prices of the year. You can start the program before, during, or after the holidays. We know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day with no prepackaged meals, no injections or surgery. The secret is our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good. To learn how our clients on average lowered their metabolic age by 17 years, go to MadisonWeightLoss.com now to schedule your free consultation and learn why your metabolism may be sabotaging your weight loss goals. Go to MadisonWeightLoss.com and save big now only through December 31st.
Hey, it's Jesse Nelson. The program with Madison Weight Loss was perfect for me to lose 40 pounds. Trust me, Madison Weight Loss is the real deal. And take advantage of the huge holiday sale with the lowest prices of the year now through December 31st. You can start the program now or after the holidays, but you need to call now to lock in the huge discount. Go to MadisonWeightLoss.com now to schedule your free consultation. That's MadisonWeightLoss.com. Results may vary.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison. Wilde and Tausch is brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's makes the good stuff for good times. Find recipes, videos, and more at titosvodka.com.
As you might expect, my failure to see Gladiator going over very well with the YouTube dwellers.
Yeah, I'm sure they love that.
Sports Cards and More, which I don't know if that's like the store this person owns or what that is exactly.
Sports Cards and More wants to do something. I've been trying to do that Packer trading card thing for, 8 months? It's gone nowhere quick.
Well, they're going to hear you now saying that. So,
right.
And 8 months, I'm not sure that's accurate, but
no, it's been at least 6 months.
Pretty obvious character flaw for Jason there if he hasn't seen Gladiator but quotes it. The "Are you not entertained" is certainly something that many people quote from the film. It's the one quote I know from the film. That's why I didn't know what the movie was today. He then comes back for more to say, I find your lack of Gladiator viewership disturbing. So, again, disturbing seems strong to me, but okay. You're entitled to your opinion. Meanwhile, across the way on the Madison YouTube chat, Peter notifies me, definitely a no on Gladiator for the kids. So, again, has Max seen it?
Yeah. Yep. He has.
Okay. Jane points out that the girls would definitely prefer Wicked over Gladiator. She also says good headlines on both the acting and on the one that you read, Jane. And Jesse's as well. So good work by everybody
McAfee,
there.
The Detroit Lions have blitzed the second highest rate in the NFL since losing Hutch.
Yep.
As we were talking earlier, is Glenn going to blitz? They're
And
basically
I said he was.
blitzing 40% of the time, which, you know what that makes me think? If I'm Steno and I'm LaFleur, that screen game's going to be very important tonight. Little tight end screens, little wide out screens, bubble screens, screen. Might be changing my prize picks again. I think JJ's going to have some catches. That's all I'm saying.
Interesting. Well, we'll see if you are not entertained by that game plan. Jesse, why don't you draw a trivia winner? Because even though it's Thursday, we already did 5 rounds of trivia because you're anticipating a Call-a-Palooza on tomorrow's program. So we have our 5 contestants already, which I didn't realize.
No trivia tomorrow. We're going to clear room for Packers-Lions reaction tomorrow. Win or lose. Feels like it'll be a big show. So, drawing this week's winner, congratulations to Tyler in Milwaukee. Monday's contestant from the Sports Weekend Recap. Nicely done, Tyler. Was he a first-timer? He might have been. Nice job.
I don't recall that's your area of expertise.
The Oakland A's signed a pitcher for 3 years, $67 million? Oakland?
Well,
You
they're
mean
not
Sacramento?
Yeah, they're not the Oakland A's anymore. They're just the Athletics.
Oh, yeah, it's just the A's. That is a crazy deal.
What are they
they're
calling
spending that kind of
themselves
money?
this year?
They're just the A's.
The A's.
Oh, they don't have they don't even consider themselves a city of any kind?
Correct. Yep.
It's like the Washington football team. Time now for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocco's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
on Wilde And Tausch.
Want to thank the dwellers now for catching me up on YouTube quotes or movie quotes from Star Wars, since I've never seen the Star Wars movies either. Apparently, the disturbing line was from Darth Vader, so good to know. That's one to grow on.
Oh, he's a space gladiator.
I finally saw The Godfather after it being in existence for 45 years, so I'm catching up. Gladiator, another 10 years or so.
Maybe that becomes the game the rest of the year. Tausch does the headline, and Jason needs to try and determine whether, or we guess whether Jason's seen the movie or not. There might be something there.
Well, I know y'all got homework, and I hope you get it done.
Saturday.
You guys got homework.
Big week this weekend.
Ooh, when do I
Saturday.
when is mine for? Which game is mine for? I can't remember now.
I don't know.
Better get to work on that.
But I know it's coming.
While we're talking about baseball, and Tausch has been working to revolutionize sports all week, the golden at-bat concept was getting some
I love it.
publicity yesterday. Many baseball connoisseurs very upset about the concept.
Bob Costas, I'm sure, is one.
So for those unfamiliar, Commissioner Rob Manfred, which others have used this idea or proposed this idea, including the Savannah Bananas, have incorporated the rule in their Harlem Globetrotters style of baseball, where when there's a pivotal moment in the game, once every game, you can choose to bring up a batter out of order to come to the plate, and that is you using your golden at-bat. So, for example, bases loaded, 6th inning, Brewers down 3-2 in a playoff game. If Sal Frelick is due up next and Willie Adames would be 7 batters later, Pat
Willie's
Murphy...
not going to be with the
I understand, but in theory, last year, Pat Murphy could come up and say, I'd like to put Willie Adames at the plate right now with the golden at-bat, replacing Sal Frelick with the bases loaded and 2 outs. You like it, Tausch?
I do. Yeah, I think anything that we can bring a little more excitement, a little juice to the game, I'm on board with. So I know the purist, Bob Costas, is probably, Lord knows what he's saying. He's old Smuggy McGee, he's all, you can't do this. Back in my day, we did this. Now, you need to get some juice and some excitement, and you want stars and you want to market them better, put them up in big spots. Get him up in the 7th when the money's on the table. Absolutely. Bring this on. This is something. There's a reason the Savannah Bananas sell every place out that they go. Because people want to be entertained. And this is...
Are you not entertained?
So I have a couple of questions. Can the opponent then bring in a new pitcher to face said person? And then does that person that you replace in the lineup, do they then take the spot? So if Ohtani is up and you want him hitting in the 2 slot, let's say he makes an out, does he get the bat in the 3 spot too? Or does the person that he replaced bat in that 3 spot? Like, I got questions, but the concept of this I'm totally on board with.
Rob Manfred appeared on the Dan Le Batard show, and Stu Gatz suggested this in 2015, and I quote, Rob Manfred said to him, "You're wasting my time." And now we're talking about it?
Manfred's the one who brought it up.
Right. Interesting. That's... Look, I don't like this idea. I'm not a fan. The game is what the game is. I feel like baseball has figured out some ways to get people more engaged. I don't think batting out of order is necessary. And do they use a special bat? Do they use like a golden bat? Would it be like the specific bat that they have to use?
Fun, yeah.
Like it's like a mystical, magical bat?
Like a big wiffle
Bill
ball
Hall's
bat.
pink bats? I hate this idea. I'm not on board. Sorry. I guess that's it for Wonelli.
Yep, that's all.
All right.
Boy, Eric Bieniemy, what a fall. Remember when everybody was outraged that he didn't get an NFL head coaching job? Everybody is outraged, right? Oh, he's been the coordinator for the Chiefs, blah, 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 blah. UCLA, beep, just fired him. I find that interesting.
I do find that interesting. I also find it interesting that since we just pulled a trivia winner, I'm not entirely sure. Does that mean we're doing Feel Good Friday next too on a Thursday, or is that not happening?
No.
Okay. Well, then I'm here to remind you about Racine Danish Kringles and the jingle for your Kringle contest presented by Racine Danish Kringles and ESPN Wisconsin. I've been telling you about it for a while. This is, I think, our 3rd or 4th year of doing it. All you got to do is submit your own original jingle to celebrate the holidays and Racine Danish Kringle to ESPNWisconsinContest.com. Then we're going to pick the most creative songs. Josh and Heartland, are you ready to really rise to the occasion after being snubbed unfairly last year, like a Steinhoffel Sleeper of the Week or something? Now's your opportunity. We will pick the grand prize winner who will get Kringle for a year. Now, again, the only thing you have to do is make sure you include Racine Danish Kringle. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition in the jingle. And if you don't want to sing, but you still want to celebrate the holidays with Racine Danish Kringle, call 800-4DANISH or go to Kringle.com. You can try their all-new Eggnog Holiday Kringle. We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here, wishing you and your loved ones a happy holiday season from Grassland Dairy. As you gather with friends and family to celebrate the season, remember that no holiday spread is complete without the pure and delicious taste of Grassland butter on your table. For toast, pancakes, dinner rolls, and everything in between, Grassland butter is the gift that keeps on giving. And in this season of love and celebration, Grassland Dairy again extends a huge thank you to all of the hardworking dairy farmers across the state of Wisconsin. Without them producing such high-quality ingredients, Grassland would not be able to deliver that pure and delicious flavor on your table that we've all come to know and love. Thank you, farmers, and thank you, Wisconsin. Happy holidays from Grassland Dairy, crafting butter for 5 generations.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by the Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's home for craft beer and pub food since 1994. Find the Great Dane nearest you and check out the menu at greatdanepub.com. Staying true to the roots. Lamar Campbell joining the jump around with Jim Rutledge, the former Badger touching on recruiting the next wave of Badgers. Soup's thoughts on how to do that while upholding Wisconsin's values.
We can be progressive. we can recruit, we can do things differently, but a tradition of tough, smart, dependable, great defense, great offensive linemen, running back, serviceable quarterback. We've been able to find stars at the skill positions by focusing on, basically who we are. And I know we kick off, August 30th, 2025, but in my mind, and a lot of the alumni mind, kickoff starts now.
If you're not getting windows from Santa, get as low as $19 per window and $81 per patio door per month. PellaWI.com.
Join the ESPN Wisconsin NCAA Volleyball Tournament Challenge. Sign up on ESPN.com or the ESPN app. Join the ESPN Wisconsin group and fill out your bracket by Thursday. Grand prize package features tickets to a Wisconsin match next season. Official contest rules at ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Want to join the fastest growing home solar company in the nation and work in the fastest growing industry in the world? Everlight Solar has open positions in the Madison area and in their newly open Milwaukee location. As Wisconsin's largest home solar company, Everlight Solar offers great opportunities to gain new skills and advance your career. Don't miss the chance to join the Everlight Solar team. Visit everlightsolar.com to apply today. Save money, save the planet, and start with Everlight Solar.
When you're in the right place at the right time, things get done. The important things, like knowing what you need and how it all works. Talking truck. Fixing it right the first time. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, our people get it done right and now. That's how you know you're in the right place at the right time. And you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
On December 7th, immerse yourself in Ebony and Elegance, an icy affair, the third annual gala by the Urban League of Greater Madison Young Professionals. It's a night to celebrate the achievements and recognize Greater Madison area young professionals making an impact in our community. Join us as we honor those who lead through civic engagement, community service, and professional excellence, embodying our values: invest, impact, inspire. Don't miss this unforgettable evening. Reserve your tickets today at ulgmyp.betterworld.org.
Wilde And Tausch is brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's makes the good stuff for good times. Find recipes, videos, and more at titosvodka.com.
Tausch, we can't wait for the players only tonight. Will you have a Coors Light in your cold little hand or not during the players only?
Well, if I am going to have one, it will be Coors Light, brewed with that three-step cold process, cold lager, cold filter, and cold package, so it's made to chill. Born in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado in 1978, Coors Light's refreshing, crisp, only 102 calories. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
I can't wait for tomorrow. I can't wait for tonight's game. I'm looking forward to this. I'm really curious. I'm fascinated by what this game's going to be like because I can see it going a myriad of ways. If Tausch is right and it's a shootout, I'm really curious to see if it's the Packers that can come out on top of that. Anything to add? Any other people to promote that are going to be part of the players only before we go?
So I think we have Vonnie Holiday City. We have a surprise guest, and potentially Matt Flynn, maybe Corey Hall. That's a lot of action. I'm kind of doing that, assuming a couple guys won't show up. But we're going to have a ton of fun. Me and Balaga will be starting that at about 7:15, right when the kick is off.
All right. That can be your second screen as you watch Packers-Lions on Amazon Prime, or if you're in Milwaukee or the Green Bay Fox Cities markets, it will be on over-the-air television. We will be back tomorrow to talk all about win, lose, or draw. I guess they won't tie. Well, maybe they could. We'll talk about it all tomorrow. Thanks for coming along for the ride today. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde And Tausch? Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin?